Good evening or afternoon, everyone. My name is Angel Rivera, and alongside my co-host, Miss Witchy Perfect, to my right, my guests are down here, D and Greg. So thank you for
What's
coming
up?
on. The
My
A team here
return.
tonight. We're back, and yeah, we're going to get into WrestleMania 40, which is tomorrow night, in fact.
It's crazy.
and
It really snuck up on me this year.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and tomorrow night and Sunday. But real quick, we're gonna go over the NXT Stand and Deliver card, which is tomorrow afternoon at noon Eastern time.
Oh, I mean, that means
So,
it's
Convenient.
11 a.m. over here.
yeah,
Nice.
Eh,
so and Central time is 11.
yeah, we'll
So I'm gonna
see.
go over this real quick
There's a
and
50-50 on that one.
yeah, I'm gonna go over the card real quick and we can give our opinions or not. I don't. The
I
first
vaguely keep
match,
up with NXT, so I
yeah,
kind
I
of know
mean,
what's going on over there.
yeah. The first match listed here is Shawn Spears versus Joe Gacy. I have no idea what's going on in this storyline or why they're even having a match. So I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
what if you guys know or
I
not.
didn't know they were. I didn't know they were feuding. So
Yeah, apparently they
I
are
I,
feuding.
I
So
guess Sean Spears is basically playing the same character he was in AEW.
yeah,
Almost
pretty
has the
much.
exact same entrance.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the first
We'll see.
match. I don't
We'll
know.
see how much they think of Spears by if he wins this match or not.
Yeah, he
I
should win
picked
this.
Spears too. What the
He
heck?
should win this match because he just came back and they're pushing him. So
Gacy's a good character. Like he could work with whatever they give him. He just doesn't look like a professional wrestler.
all right, real quick. Tony Banana says Julia rumors of her being a stand and deliver.
Ooh, I think
Yeah,
she's
she.
better than NXT, but they might
Yeah,
wanna.
she just came to the U.S. So
They
she's a
need to tell her to like work softer. Cause man, the clips I see of her over in Japan, she's like beating the shit out of them girls.
yeah. What I've
Yeah, but
seen,
those
yeah,
girls are
she
like 95 pounds over there in Japan.
yeah.
For
So
the
yeah, so that's interesting rumor, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, she signed with WWE.
No, yeah, I
No,
think she is leaving New Japan, but it
no, she
seems
definitely
like
she left.
seems like someone that AEW would be like, bending over backwards to
Oh
try to
yeah.
get.
Also,
Maybe she's not interested.
I know that she quit Stardom.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
nerding
she
out
dropped
here
it. She dropped her
because
title.
yeah, she quit Stardom, the Japanese promotion, the women's
Hmm.
promotion. So now she's here in Philadelphia. I've seen pictures of her there. So, oh wow,
Oh,
okay. I
she
mean, we'll
is?
see.
Okay, then
Yeah,
yeah,
she's in
she's probably
Philadelphia.
definitely going to debut on one of these shows.
Yeah, I would
Hmm.
suspect so.
If she's in Philly,
Yeah. If you
yeah,
haven't already, give me a like. Give us a like. It helps. Thank you. The second
smash the
match,
like.
yeah. The second match listed here is Ilya Dragunov versus Tony D'Angelo for the world title, I guess.
Dragon. I
I
just like
you,
dragons.
I,
I
I,
like the Fae
I
and I
think
like dragons.
I think Tony D wins and Dragunov gets called up to the main roster.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I
thinking
was
Oh, you
too.
thinking.
think so? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dragunov's
Yeah,
ready.
because yeah. I love his matches. The way he sells and
Yeah,
the way
he is.
he
Okay.
Yeah, man.
every single move that he does, it's meaning, it has purpose.
If Gunther retains,
I was about to say, I
you
was about to
can.
Oh
mention his
yeah.
name.
That's the feud
If you
right
get
there.
Uh
Ilya
huh.
Oh.
Gunther.
That's
That's
exactly what I
fucking
if
was
you
thinking
haven't
about.
seen
those
if
matches
you
are
have
so
if
good.
you haven't seen Gunther versus Ilya in NXT UK, they'll kill
Go check
anything
that
in the
out.
main roster.
He was Walter back then.
Oh,
Yeah,
Walter, yeah, that's
Walter.
true. Yeah,
Yep. And a little bit more chunkier.
yeah, he was
Yeah,
bigger.
big time.
As in fatter, or you mean like
Yeah,
more?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he was fatter. He was
like
better.
fatter.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was
okay, okay,
not
okay.
in shape
Yeah, he was
like he is
definitely like
now.
I think he must have
I think
lost
Jim
like 30
Cornette said
pounds.
something about that.
He
That he wasn't
basically
in
took
shape.
the advice that was given to Keith Lee,
yeah,
and one
And
person
lost the weight.
did,
executed
one
right.
person
Yeah,
didn't.
he
And
lost the
now
weight.
look, Keith
Because
Lee
the
could
thing
have
with
just lost the damn weight like they asked him to and stay in shape.
Because the thing with
Still
Gunther,
be in
it's like
WWE.
I guess he's one of those wrestlers that you think, all right, he's a big wrestler, and that you think, all right, if he sheds 30 pounds, he's not gonna be big. But no,
The
Gunther's
great
still
Kabuki
No, he
brother.
just looks even
Who is
more
the
like a
great
badass.
Kabuki?
Jim
Mhm.
Kabuki.
Cornette's talked about him, but
Okay.
He's
no,
he's
don't
like
know.
a Japanese wrestler like during the Dusty
Yeah,
Rhodes days.
yeah. I think.
Okay. I know the
So
Great
I
Muda and the Ultimo Dragon and stuff. That was more our days, but
Ultimo Dragon ruled.
I know,
yeah.
right?
His
Jump off
matches
that
were
rope and
so good.
boom.
Thank you for the comment, Warren. But let's see. The next match listed here is Obafemi versus Dijak versus Josh Briggs for the North American title.
Oh wow. I don't know why. I guess Josh Briggs is in the match to take the pin.
I
But
guess so. He's gonna get beat.
I
because
would
I don't
much
see
rather
why he's in this
see-
match.
I would much rather see Obafemi and Dijak 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, let's stick Josh Briggs in there, who was a tag team wrestler like 3 months ago for no reason.
And yeah, his other partner, he got
Hmm.
canceled for wearing a Ole Anderson shirt, right?
Yeah, that was so stupid.
God,
I'm like,
it
dude,
made me so mad that he went felt like he
so
was did
goddamn
something.
stupid.
He didn't do anything wrong, and
No,
it makes me mad
Ole-
that he bought into the fact that he thought he did do
Yeah,
something wrong.
real
and
quick,
it
Ole
makes me
Anderson.
kinda sad.
Ole Anderson hated everyone.
He
wasn't
hated
just
everybody equally.
everyone.
It
Equally.
had
He
nothing
was
to
an
do
Yeah.
with your race or your skin color. He was just an old prick.
Yeah, and he proud of that shit too. So it wasn't like he was embarrassed by it. He was like, "Fuck
No,
you,
he
fuck
told-
you, fuck you."
Yeah, he told
know-
Linda and Vince McMahon to go fuck themselves. Said,
Yeah.
fuck you and fuck her too.
Yep.
Uh-huh. When Vince was trying to hire
R.I.P.
him.
Ole Anderson.
Yeah.
All right, so the next match listed here is Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez for the women's championship.
I'm not much for women,
Wait,
guys.
which one
I
has
look
the
at the
belt?
men.
Is it
Lyra.
Valkyria the champ?
Yeah, Valkyria, yeah. I
Man.
can't stand. I have to say I can't stand Roxanne Perez. She's terrible.
I don't like her either.
her
She's too
promos are
small.
just
She's like-
garbage.
Yeah, she's bad
I-
actor. She's bad
Yeah, I
at
call her
cutting
the
promos.
charisma vacuum because as soon as she shows
She's
up, any
from,
charisma.
she's from like down here, like our local.
Yeah, she
indie
went to Booker
promotion,
T school.
The one that Booker T runs. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
need
went to
go-
Booker T
I've
school.
been meaning to go catch one of those shows because they're not far from where I live. I
Yeah.
never get around to it, but I will go one day because they
Like,
do
she
bring in
went-
people from WWE and shit. So
Yeah.
they usually have pretty good cards.
Yeah, and she went to
And
Booker, T school, and
rules. Well,
yeah, obviously they're pushing her because she's one of Booker T's star students. But
and Booker T is the announcer on
is
that
it,
show.
yeah, in NXT.
Right.
So,
yeah.
but I'm like, she's,
She's-
awful.
yeah,
Like, she's like
bad,
a modern day wrestler. She does all the moves well, but her
it-
promos are like,
and she's
There's no
so
charisma.
small. She's so
so small,
not
too, yeah.
believable.
Mm.
But like, I don't know much about Valkyria. Like, I don't know if I've ever even heard her cut a promo. Are they like? Is she
she's
any
fine.
good?
She's okay, she's not, it's not like she's
I
like.
I was surprised that she's the champ out of all the.
Becky Lynch dropped the belt to her a while ago.
Yeah, I remember that feud. Yeah,
Mm.
I said she just went down there to put her over because she's like from Ireland too.
Yeah,
Which is nice.
She put
That was
over
nice
me.
of Becky to do,
Yeah.
but I don't think it really. For me, it didn't do anything. Like,
Nah, it's just bullshit. All right,
yeah.
so the tag team title match: Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, the champions, versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
Wait, Braun Breaker's still wrestling in NXT? He's
Yeah,
doing
he's a
double
tag team
duty.
champion. Yeah, he's a tag team champion down there. He's probably gonna
Yeah.
drop that belt.
Are
though.
they going
That's just
out of all the tag teams? That's who they're going to drop him to?
yeah, that's the one who won. I think on
Axiom and
Tuesday.
Nathan Frazier.
For number one contender.
They're tags.
Yeah.
I thought they were singles wrestlers.
Well, they just randomly stuck them together as a
Right,
tag
right.
team, which is
So-
WWE. That's classic WWE.
You would think that Baron and Braun would be losing that match because Braun
Yeah,
is leaving, but like that's a
Braun's
weird
going to
tag team to
NXT.
lose.
I
Out of all,
mean,
that's a weird
he's going
tag
to
team to
NXT.
lose it to. Like, give it to like
Yeah, he's moving up.
give it to like Legado del Fantasma. One of
yeah,
the other
That would
teams,
work.
Angel
LWO
Garza
or
and Berto, like
yeah,
guys that
and
have been putting
or
in work.
or
Our
the
actual
fucking-
tag teams.
or the fucking Good Brothers. I mean, Carl
Yeah.
Anderson, the other dude.
Yeah, like for real.
Or Luke.
They need to do something. I don't even
Luke
know why they
Gallows,
got
thank
brought
you.
back.
Well,
But yeah, that
they're
Axiom
yeah,
and Nathan Frazier, those are just like two singles wrestlers.
yeah, pretty much, and they're gonna
That's a
drop
weird.
it to them.
That's
most
a
likely.
weird. I get that. That's a weird booking decision by
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels there.
It's not perfect. Again, even though everybody loves his booking. in
Nobody
NXT,
was
but-
except for Mr. Perfect.
All right.
You knew I was going to say that. Come on.
Yeah.
Any chance?
Yeah.
I
was,
got him on my
I
wall,
wonder.
for heaven's sake.
Oh,
I walked into that one when I said nobody's perfect.
Damn,
But-
yeah, you threw a fastball and I had to swing
Yeah.
right down the
that
middle.
was a Juan Soto home run right there.
Yeah.
My new favorite Yankee, the Astro killer.
Braun and Coleman look. Braun and
They do.
Yeah.
Corbin
They do.
look
They
good
are
together.
a good tag team.
Yeah.
but they should be a tag team in WWE or on the main roster,
Yeah.
not in NXT.
All right,
So
so let's get
nope.
to a meaningless 6-woman tag here. Thea
Oh,
Hale,
goodness.
Fallon Henley, and Kelani Jordan versus JC Jane, Kiana James, and Izzy Dame with Jasmine Nix.
So
I don't
this
know
is
why
just
this
a
match is
bunch of
happening.
like models.
It's a
with
throwaway.
Nice butts, I guess.
Yeah, it's a throwaway match for
This
no
is
reason.
I guess it's the eye candy match. I guess.
Yeah,
For all the
That's why I won't be watching it.
incels.
I don't know why they're feuding.
All the
I
anime
mean,
profile pic people.
I don't know why they're feuding and what this has to do with anything, but whatever.
It's the eye candy match. It's the
Yeah,
popcorn
and the main
match.
event.
It's the bathroom match.
And
Yeah,
the
it's
main
the right
event
before
is
the main event match.
the main event is Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams, 1-on-1.
Which tells you that that's a pretty big story if that's the main event.
That's what
over
I was
the
gonna
world
make a
title
point
match.
of. That's what I make a point of. As Jerry Jarrett always said, personal issues draw money. And
Yep.
this is a personal issue. This is a hot personal
Yep.
issue between Carmelo
And
Hayes and
they've
Trick
been
Williams.
together for years.
Mm-hmm.
And
I saw they went on
Melo's
last.
probably gonna put Trick over. And Melo will
I
probably be
assume
headed to
so.
the main roster too.
I assume so, unless there's a plan to continue this feud.
I think
Carmelo
Trick
got the look.
Trick
I
is the.
mean,
I think Trick will be champ in less than 3 months in the NXT.
Maybe if they were
He's
to,
like the most over guy.
Yeah.
Right
So
now.
if he puts over Trick goes straight for the NXT title against D'Angelo, assuming he wins and he beats D'Angelo, becomes the champion.
And that works because that's a heel babyface dynamic.
Yeah.
So no Brian Pillman Jr. on this card?
Yeah, what happened to Brian Pillman Jr.?
He didn't make the card.
Oh man,
that sucks. Yeah,
I want to see him succeed. More than his father.
He won on NXT on Tuesday.
I don't know. He's a good character. His promos are decent. His wrestling is decent, but it's just like he can't quite get over that hump for whatever reason.
Second generation too.
Yeah, I expect he'll get over at some point.
He's got that going for him, and people love his father.
Because they're pushing him because he won on Tuesday. He defeated what's his name?
He needs a little
Von Wagner. Von Wagner he beat.
Yeah, he did, and that's a big win. That's a big win because he's a big guy down there.
So it isn't like he beat some random person.
I was surprised not to see Brian.
He's on the card though.
But I guess they got.
He may make an appearance interfering in a match, but maybe in the North American title match.
Yeah, I feel like exactly. I feel like he will. Yeah,
but that's Stand and Deliver. The only match I really care about is Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. The rest of this is kind of like bleh.
I kind of want to see Ilya Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, I mean I like seeing Ilya work, so which is why I would watch him.
Obafemi and Dijak.
I just Tony D'Angelo is just so fucking uninspired pick to beat Ilya, assuming he drops the belt. That's such an uninspiring pick from Shawn Michaels.
I feel like he's got a decent character, but I feel like it could only go so far.
It's a it's a rip-off 1990s mafia movie.
Straight up Goodfellas.
Yeah, that's what it is, and a lot of these younger kids who watch don't know what the hell Goodfellas even is. So it's kind of like
that's sad to hear.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a fantastic movie, but
even I know what it is. I've never seen Goodfellas, but I know what it is.
Goodfellas is great.
You haven't seen it? Oh, you should definitely
I've never seen Scarface either, so don't be too. I know what Scarface is, but
you gotta go see those. You gotta watch that.
I mean, start with The Godfather.
Yeah, The Godfather.
You should start with that one.
I didn't really like the Godfather movies, and I know I'm in the small minority there, but I didn't like them. They weren't.
Well, definitely came before us, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a Goodfellas, Casino.
Yeah. The Goodfellas, obviously.
I'm a Scorsese. I like the way Scorsese tells.
Well, ESPN had an article on the Tony D'Angelo kind of character, so that was interesting. ESPN, the wrestling section.
Is Channing Stacks still with them?
Yeah.
Stacks Edwards, almost another Goodfellas ripoff.
Yeah, and
that was Morgan Freeman.
They added
Stacked
They
Edwards.
also added a chick named Rizzo, Ariana Rizzo, some shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so like they can build this stable, I guess, but like he's got to be more. I mean, I guess they have like killed people. Like technically, they didn't like drive them off a river, and throw them in the water, or some shit like
I
that.
don't think that would be okay in professional wrestling.
I mean, I feel like
they would try.
I feel like it's almost too hokey at this time to like have a character like that.
It's bad, and
But
I get the feeling that
I feel like
Ilya's
whatever
gonna
they
drop
give him,
it.
he could succeed with. I think, but he just looks like that too. You know, it's like he's almost like pigeonholed into that character.
Yeah, now he's screwed.
Like,
because that can only go so far in the main roster. People, the WWE audience, the Vince McMahon trained audience, is not going to be.
It would have
over
worked
that
in the
quickly.
'90s. Like a character like that would have worked.
Yeah, in the Attitude Era.
Probably.
You know,
early
I have
90s.
something for you, D. I was rewatching the Montreal Screwjob, Dark Side of the Ring, and they said that Shawn Michaels was trying to be that, Chip and Dale character. I went, yeah, but he ain't Rick Rude. Can't shake his behind like Rick Rude could.
Well, Shawn admitted that
too.
whatever dance moves he had to the ring, that's all he had. He couldn't really
Shawn Michaels was a lot of sizzle. No
fire there.
and I think my understanding, besides, I think he was under
the
the influence at a lot of times. He could have probably fall.
I feel like he lost
dancing.
every fight he was in too.
Yeah, he was on the pills too. But I guess what really pissed off Brett was when he mentioned Sunny Days, and then it's like, Shawn, you're the one boinking her.
Right.
Yeah. Brett also didn't like the fact that Shawn wasn't willing to put Brett over if the roles were reversed.
Yeah.
Which I was like, what a douchebag thing to say. Like, Brett just said, he
should have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah. Well, then he surprised Shawn by saying, thank you for giving me a good match, and walked out because Shawn was kind of like, I feel like an asshole. Of course because you were.
I mean, it was.
No offense, D. No offense.
No,
I like Shawn Michaels as the Rockers.
I think Shawn Michaels. I mean, I like him as a wrestler.
I was a big Rockers fan when I was a kid.
I like the Rockers.
What's funny is about that, everybody assumed Jannetty would be the star, not Shawn Michaels.
Not Shawn Michaels, right?
And
all right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I had to say that because I was thinking about D when I was rewatching that. Because we on 420 is my birthday. We're gonna have Kit Cabello on, and we're doing the Montreal Screwjob. So I had to rewatch
Are we allowed
everything.
To celebrate on camera?
Absolutely, I don't care.
Yeah,
Angel.
Yeah,
I'm sure Angel's gonna be drunk here in a couple more minutes. And D too.
I would be, but I accidentally froze my beer and it spilled all over me.
Oh no! Frozen beer.
Yeah. Slushy, baby.
I don't know how much
and I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water. The chick doesn't get, she doesn't get hammered.
All right. So
I'm not drinking for 4 straight days. Like I don't drink like that, and for just to get like. I'm not gonna drink for a while. 4 days at the bar is not usually something.
Good for you, Greg.
I mean, but for the Astros, Yankees, man, come on, like
fantastic series.
I live for that stuff, and it was fantastic. On TV. The game got blacked. Even the one that wasn't nationally televised was blacked out here, so I had to go to watch the game.
Well, this is what I said. I said we're gonna have a stone Kit and a drunk Angel.
Yeah, that's my plan.
And a sober chick.
All right, so let's get to this WrestleMania card. It's gigantic, so we have to go through this real quick.
Let's do it.
According to a Twitter account, they have the match order as of last week, so we'll see whether any of this is true or not. But for now, this is the match order as of last week. Night 1 is going to open up with Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Title.
Okay,
that's opening the show.
Apparently so. As of last week.
Cornette says that Rhea Ripley's not ready to be pinned yet. So
no.
I would go with Rhea Ripley.
This is 100% Rhea Ripley.
Becky has to put her over here. Yeah. And if she doesn't, I guarantee you she pulled a political power play to beat her. To beat Rhea.
Yeah, she had to do something with Triple H.
They're gonna boo.
They're gonna boo the shit out of Becky. Yeah,
no, there's no way. It's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good match, but
Becky's gonna get tossed around.
And Becky has to put her over clean.
Yeah, I like Rhea on this one.
Yeah.
Rhea,
All right,
all of
so
it.
We're all in agreement then.
Yeah. According to this, the next match is the tag team title ladder match, a 6-pack match. Let me see. I remember all the tag team names. The champions of the New Day. Let me try that again. Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And his opponents are a bunch of nobodies, but let me remember their names. DIY, Johnny Gargano, and
Awesome
Tommaso
Truth.
Ciampa, Awesome Truth, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory. Who else?
A whole bunch of people we're not interested to see because they are the shits.
Yeah, there's.
I got a feeling I know where they're going with this match.
My suspicion is they're gonna split the tag team titles.
Exactly, and I think they're gonna make R-Truth try to look like be stupid and just grab one belt and think that he won.
He'll grab the Raw belt and run off
whatever
with it.
Whatever other team they want to win will go up there and grab the other belt, and they'll be like, "No, we're the champs, and no, we're the champs," and
and that's it. That's how they split up the tag titles.
So I think R-Truth is gonna do something stupid.
Yeah,
and leave that door open for another team to.
Okay.
He'll
I don't know who it's gonna be. I mean, I guess if you want to keep this Grayson Waller Austin Theory thing going, I'd probably put it on them because they're probably the biggest stars in the match. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if DIY.
New Catch Republic's also in this match,
but they're definitely not gonna win. Yeah,
they're not gonna win.
I feel like it's gonna be A-Town Down Under.
It could be,
Awesome
because
winning the
that
title.
continues that angle. Eventually, Grayson turning on Austin and Austin being the babyface there. But I wouldn't be surprised if Gargano wins it because Triple H has a hard on for him.
Yeah, I know.
For some reason.
Come on.
Come on, you know what I meant. He loves Gargano.
I know what you meant.
That also. Oh, you're right. I had that back of my head.
I suspect that they'll put the tag titles on DIY. One of them.
I'd be mad if they did that. I'd be like, because I'm not a fan of those guys.
Gargano's not over. I mean, no matter how much Triple H has tried with him, he's not over.
Every time they come out, it's dead silent.
It's silent. Mm-hmm. It's like a pin drops every time they come out.
I'll never forget, during the Rumble, when Gargano came out, he got the least amount of reaction out of all 30 participants.
Yeah, and
nobody cares about Johnny.
No, nobody cares. It is unfortunate. Apparently, he's a really nice guy, but
of course,
cares.
Yeah.
I don't want to shit on him too much.
That he needs to stay in NXT.
He would be called up to the main roster.
He's the guy that would be beating Powerhouse Hobbs in AEW right now.
That's why I made the comment that he should be in AEW. He fits perfectly there.
He should be beating Giants in AEW right now.
Yeah. Who did he beat in NXT, which was ridiculous?
Ciampa.
I think it might have been.
No,
the big guy, Bronson Reed. He beat him in a match in NXT clean.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what? How's he beating him clean? What the hell's Triple H thinking with that? He was in NXT then, so.
Yeah.
All right, so that we'll think that R-Truth gonna do something ridiculous. He'll walk out with one, and probably Theory and Waller walk out with.
I'm gonna go with A-Town Down.
I mean, don't be surprised if it's DIY because Triple H loves Gargano.
That's the dark horse.
Yeah,
but Awesome
the rest
Truth
of them have no chance.
Awesome Truth is definitely coming away with one of those titles.
R-Truth gonna do something ridiculous.
R-Truth is
you're thinking they're gonna split the Judgment Day? You think they're gonna split the Judgment Day?
Yeah, I think that's one? Unless they want them to be the next feud with the Bloodline, but I don't know. I think the Judgment Day should be broken up at this point because Rhea doesn't need them anymore. Dom doesn't need them anymore.
What I was reading,
the Money in the Bank briefcase.
That's what I'm gonna. What the fuck you gonna do with that thing?
So he's
Waller doesn't look like look like a wrestler. He looks like a little miniature pony or something.
You talking about Finn Balor?
Yeah, Balor. Yeah.
He's small.
Next to Priest, Priest looks like a giant compared to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Finn Balor is a mid card guy to me.
Yeah, he's not. That's not.
Even though he has won multiple titles, which kind of blows my mind. I wasn't watching at that time, but yeah.
Yeah. What is it? The Fiend?
I do think it's time to break up
Demon.
Day.
Yeah, they would have to do something. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Andrade is getting involved with the Judgment Day, so maybe
Yeah,
he might
and
start to like break him up a little bit. I feel like that's kind of where that's going.
because he's buddy with Dominic, so that's where the
Yeah.
story is going.
Ah,
The story is, I think what's going to end up happening is the Judgment Day is going to turn on Dominic because he's hanging out with Andrade a lot, and they feel betrayed.
You think, but that would kind of make Dominic a babyface, which wouldn't. Why would
No,
you
it
do
wouldn't. I don't think so because Dominic's so hated that they might
He might
turn
be the
Judgment Day
only heel that got
babyface,
jumped in like.
and he'll turn Judgment Day
still
babyface.
Still have heat.
Yeah,
kind of like the NWO Red and Black and the NWO Black and White. You know, they turned the red and white
Andrade
baby
is going to try to take over the Judgment Day, and I think him and Priest might feud. I think that would be a good feud. Yeah. Andrade and Damian Priest.
But I'm still they got to do something at Money in the Bank. Either Damian has to lose or to do something with it.
Bro, if it were up to me, I'd have him fucking. I'd let Cody win that title and have Priest cash in on him and fucking win. And let Cody finish the story, be the champ, and then fucking lose,
right?
And then start.
We're getting there.
Over again.
No, I mean,
we'll discuss that. Yeah,
that would definitely get Damon,
bro.
That would definitely get Damon a little bit over. That's for sure.
That's a Seth Rollins move at the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah, like let Cody. Cody can have the belt. He can call himself the champion. He can stand on the top rope with the belt, and then
they have to do that
I don't think
moment.
That's what's gonna happen. I think like Stone Cold, and we'll get to that. But I think probably gonna.
You'll get to that.
You're into something, Greg. You're into something. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me write that down.
Something good.
Woo! Let's go.
We got the next match listed here is Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Dominic and Santos Escobar.
Rey Mysterio is still wrestling.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna come in with that gear. He always got to come with that special gear.
Yeah.
This match feels thrown together. Like
exactly. I was about to say it's thrown together because
they
had nothing for
expecting Dominic and Escobar to be the match, and then all of a sudden they had the match on SmackDown, and then I think there should be like Dom versus Rey
tomorrow and Sunday.
Be like a hair versus career match. You know what I mean? Like if Dom wins, Rey has to retire. If Rey wins, Dom has to shave his hair.
Ooh. Yeah, that would have been interesting, but
with Dom and Rey.
Yeah, you
would have that alone, baby.
I'm assuming
because
Dominic
Rey won last year.
Yeah. I'm assuming Dominic gets a win back from his dad from last year.
I was going to say,
don't know why they're doing a tag.
Retiring your own father?
Yeah,
I don't know if I can put it off.
He's a heel. That's heel shit.
Right.
He hates
retiring
your own father. Yes, that's exactly what.
That's extra heat. That's beyond Eddie Guerrero heat.
It's tomorrow and Sunday on Peacock.
Tomorrow and Sunday.
Yeah, it's only
both
nights.
Sunday.
It's actually like one of the better subscriptions.
Yeah,
because you get all the WWE content for $5.
So, I'm assuming that Dominic gets his win back from his dad from last year, and
I'm gonna go with them
Rey
too.
puts him over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same.
Yeah. All right. So
and
now
Santos gets a win.
It's kind of like that match between Shawn and Ric Flair, and Shawn wins and Flair has to retire, though he didn't really. But when he was doing that super kick, he kept going, sorry. And then crying. I'm like, shut up, don't cry for him. I hate Ric Flair.
Woo!
Well, all right. So
don't make me come over there, D.
The next match listed here is Jimmy versus Jay, the brother versus brother match.
Are they really brothers in real life?
Yeah. They're twin brothers.
Yeah. Well, they twins. Okay. They twins.
Like 8 minutes apart.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jay probably wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to put Jay over.
But was Jay the one that was hurt for a while? And Jimmy was getting the glory?
No.
It was Jimmy.
Yeah, Jay was deciding whether he wanted to go against the bloodline or if he wanted to stay with
remember
him.
he quit on TV and
yeah. With the whole Sami
Zayn.
I don't know how
Sami Zayn thing.
I just don't know how this match. I feel like there's gonna be shenanigans, but I feel like
there's always shenanigans.
Should be a one-on-one.
This is WWE we're talking about. Hello.
There's always shenanigans with the bloodline.
Solo's gonna interfere somehow.
I just feel like
This is like
This
the old
should be a
corporation,
one-on-one match, no interference.
That's what it should be, but it isn't. I mean, yeah,
Because
I'm not that excited
they
about
should
this
save the
match.
shenanigans for the main event.
Well, yeah. Well, I guarantee there will be shenanigans in that match.
Oh
But,
yeah.
I mean,
I think
Jay will win. Jay
I mean,
gets puts over.
Yeah.
I think
because they're calling him main event Jey Uso, so obviously they have plans for him to be on top at some point.
Well, when we get to the main event on day 2, I have something I saw on X, but I won't say it till
okay, we'll get there.
Until then,
the crowd loves Jay. They're gonna let the babyface win, so they can do their little.
Okay.
All right, so the next match.
So Jimmy might go back to the bloodline.
Or Jimmy's already in the blood. Yeah, he's back in. Yeah.
So we're kicking Jay out, I guess.
Jay's been out.
Jay's been out. Yeah, he's on Raw and he's doing his own thing. All right, so the next match. Yeah, the next match is a 6-woman tag: Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi versus Damage Control, which is Asuka, Dakota Kai, and the other girl that came back recently. Kairi Sane. Yeah. This match is. I mean, the whole point of this match is to put over Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Jade.
Exactly. Without exposing too much of her weaknesses.
Yeah.
She'll get the pin. She'll
definitely beat one of the smaller girls.
So like, which one of those 2 out of the 3 are gonna be the tag team that beats the Kabuki Warriors? You think they're gonna make Jade a tag team wrestler? Because I feel like
I think so.
You think it's gonna be Bianca and Naomi that eventually take the tag titles off?
Yeah, because Bianca's been in that main event scene for years now.
Right.
And they're trying to maybe move her down, give her a break.
They're giving her the Sasha Banks path. Like, all right,
yeah,
you
where
can be the tag
team champions.
With
there
guess
you go.
who? Naomi.
Path to go right to AEW and work as the shits and get $10 million.
That'd be hilarious if that's where that ended up going. Again.
Yeah, I'm rooting
instead of Sasha, it's Bianca.
But what I would do is you get the heat on Naomi, get the heat, and then instead of Bianca and Jade are there holding for the tag, and that hot tag goes to Jade instead of Bianca.
Jade, right?
Yeah.
And then it makes Bianca mad, and then eventually towards the end of the match, she turns on Jade and the girls and turns heel.
I think Jade's gonna grab all the 3 bodies and pin them.
Yeah. Is she gonna turn heel on? That's what I would do at least, because she's stale as a babyface. Bianca, she
is to us, but not to like the little girls, man. Like she's kind of like the Cody, of the women's division.
Like a John Cena.
Most adults are sick of her shtick.
Yeah,
but, like the kids love her.
She's stale as hell for a babyface. But I get that point. I mean, they probably won't turn her, but that's what I would do if I had the book. But that's just me.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, gentlemen. Do you think there might be like a run-in from like someone like, I don't know how hurt she is, but like maybe Charlotte Flair might come back in one of these girl matches?
She's definitely looks like
she looks good.
Healed up.
Yeah. In the rehab that she's doing.
Wrestle.
Okay.
But I
only on the Becky Lynch match.
Some kind of appearance.
Right, because wasn't she in that woman's division of like the world champ or
I wouldn't mind
women's
seeing her
champ?
Charlotte's always on top.
Wow.
Charlotte's who? I didn't hear that.
Oh, that's what she said, or he said.
You don't mind being on top.
I wouldn't mind seeing Charlotte and Rhea go
I mean, she's second generation. She was good as a wrestler because of a role man.
I've seen it, maybe ever.
I think
was Rhea Charlotte last year at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And they both good characters. Like they're one of the few women wrestlers
and they're
that
believable, and they actually wrestle. They have a wrestling match.
Absolutely.
Looks believable. Not at half speed. They're 2 of the best, man.
Well, Rhea is one of the few consistent women that I've seen where she could fight a squash match and make it fun.
Yeah, Rhea's
she's good.
Superstar.
Mommy.
Yeah. She's gonna be in movies soon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, the next match on the list here is Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title.
Gunther ain't gonna get pinned. They ain't gonna take the belt from Gunther.
I wouldn't beat him.
I hope you're right, Steph.
I wouldn't beat him.
That's what Jim Cornette said. They're like, if they pin Gunther now, it's pointless.
Yeah. Especially with Sami.
He ain't where it's at.
No.
Yeah, not with Sami.
Sammy is there just to just to spice up the card because people
I was
like
gonna
him.
say
So,
he's more of like a filler person.
yeah,
And
It
I
should be a
think
good match, though.
Gunther is
it could be a good match.
Yeah.
Gunther's my early prediction for Money in the Bank winner.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
So-
he's gonna win. What I would do, he would win Money in the Bank and then cash in on Drew McIntyre. Assume we'll get to that match, but if Drew McIntyre wins and then be the world champion and hand over his Intercontinental belt to his boy Luke at Kaiser, just hand it to him. Here, you're Intercontinental champion now.
Time out.
Are they allowed to do that?
Ludwig Kaiser is one
Right.
of my favorite
No, but it doesn't matter. It's a story. It's WWE. So just,
I was gonna say,
love
well,
me
they
some
tried to
Ludwig
do that
Kaiser.
with Andre the Giant when he
Yep.
won and he passed
He
it
handed-
to
Yeah,
DiBiase,
it wouldn't be something.
and they
that
declared
hasn't
it
been done
vacant.
before.
yeah.
And that's when they, Savage won it
But-
at
Shawn
WrestleMania 4.
they gave it to Shane Douglas, and then it's been done before.
Yeah.
When is Money in the Bank?
June, I think, right?
I think June or July.
June.
So-
I thought June was
France
King of the
this
Ring.
year, or is it?
They haven't done a
Canada or
King of the Ring in
France?
20 years.
Really? Wow.
They haven't done it
How
on pay-per-view,
behind
at
the
least.
times am I?
Yeah, not So this is
In
my
fact, I
thing.
was just
So
gonna do Kurt Hennig's and Brett's King of the Ring match.
Yeah, that's a good match. But no, they haven't done a King of the Ring
That's
on
coming
pay-per-view.
up when I record this week. It's coming up.
They
so
haven't done a
David Priest
pay-per-view.
got 2 months to do that.
Yeah, he has 2
be
months to
big.
cash
Yeah.
in. I don't know.
He's gonna lose.
Yeah, at this point, I just make him
Right, cash
lose
in
and
lose.
then
Right.
Yeah, they need to shit or
Because-
get off the pot with Damian Priest. They need to figure out
Yeah.
if they want to push him or,
I
Because he
would
looks
push
like a
him.
wrestler.
Yeah, I would push him, but I don't know if
Yeah.
he's ready for being a world champion right now. That's why.
Yeah.
No, maybe
Having-
IC. Maybe.
Yeah, having him
You
win Money in the
sometimes you
Bank
gotta
made no
hand the
sense.
guy the ball to find out. But I don't know
Yeah.
if he's at that top level either.
Triple H has been terrible at booking Money in the Bank since he took over.
Yeah, I don't
Look what he did to Austin
That
Theory.
doesn't
He just
surprise me.
look what he did to Austin Theory. He destroyed him. Now he's a
he
tag team,
didn't
barely.
win one match the entire
Yeah.
time he had that thing.
Right.
And he every time he just gets smashed in the head with his own briefcase.
Yeah, Brock would smash him.
Yeah, he was a
Roman,
joke.
somebody- yeah.
That briefcase made him a complete joke.
I think he was Vince's boy. And
Yeah,
Triple
That's
H
what I was gonna
not.
say. Wasn't that
I'm gonna
Vince's
take it.
boy?
Into
Yeah.
that match last minute and won.
And won it.
Remember?
He won money what?
That was all Vince.
And that was a Vince thing. I guarantee you, he
Right.
did put
Yeah,
in
I
there
don't
last
think
and
he
he
was
won.
originally supposed to win that until
No.
maybe an hour before the show started. And they're
Yeah,
like,
and then Vince
Yeah.
was like,
Theory's
Austin
going over,
Theory.
pal.
He's gone over, pal.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And Triple H treated him like piece of shit. Now
Yeah.
Damian Priest is being treated like he's irrelevant. Mr. Money in
he's
the
the
Bank. Like,
he's the tag team champ, so it's like having the briefcase and being tag team champ at the same time. It's kind of hard
You
to
didn't-
book that and have
Yeah.
it make sense. So
No,
that's
I-
why,
can
that's why I
can
don't
he
think
do-
they're winning any of the belt, and that's why they're dropping these belts. And
yeah, they have
I think
to drop
maybe
the tag titles,
Damian
sure.
Priest comes out frustrated later on in the night and tries to
right.
challenge for.
I wouldn't be surprised if he cashed in on
I
McIntyre.
swear I'd have him fucking beat Cody right after he wins the belt.
Oh,
'Cause
you
then
would have
Cody.
you would have the
'cause
Cody.
Cody wasn't even supposed to be in this match a
No,
month ago.
no, that was not the plan.
So,
Cody was never in
My
the,
compromise would be okay. You can be in the match. You can hold the title up. You can take the photos, but we're taking it right fucking back. And then
And giving it to who?
to
Damian
Priest.
Priest.
It's a Priest.
Priest comes out and beating up Cody.
Mm,
See, I don't know. I don't think
I don't like
Priest
that.
is ready to have that face of the company yet.
I don't
Yeah,
think he is
the
either, but they
WWE
gave him the Money in the Bank. They got to do something with him.
I
The
know,
WWE
I know.
And if they have him lose, he's not many Money in the Bank winners lose.
let's see
I
who's
think it's
lost.
like 80% of them win the title.
Yeah,
Damian Sandow lost. John Cena. No, yeah, John Cena may have lost because he had the
Austin
briefcase
Theory
1 year.
challenged for the U.S.
Austin
title.
Theory-
That was stupid.
That was ridiculous.
And then,
I forgot about that. Yeah, he
I know,
challenged
that
for
was
the U.S.
such a
title.
joke. They didn't know what because, like I said, it was never supposed to win that thing to begin with.
Triple H
Yeah.
can't book the Money in the Bank.
I
That's
think
the thing.
Damian
Mhm.
Priest would be one of the biggest heels in the company if he came out and did that to Cody right after he won.
Oh, he would be, but
And
I
then
don't
you can
know.
have Cody beat him a month later, or a couple months later, and then. I just think I don't know what else you do with Damian Priest unless you have him cash in on WrestleMania. Cashing in at Backlash, I mean, I don't know.
if they think he's a main eventer, he's cashing in at WrestleMania. If they don't, then he's not doing it. And I don't know when they're gonna do it. He might cash in, become the U.S. champion or something.
Oh, yeah.
They'll do that. Because Triple H is terrible at booking Money in the Bank, so he's fuck it, give him the U.S. title.
I don't think he's cashing in on Drew because Drew's. Well, we'll talk about it when we get to there.
Yeah. All right. So, we're saying Gunther's going over, right? I mean, I am
100%.
All right. So the main event of night 2 is Roman Reigns and Rock versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. So,
I mean, night 1.
That's night 1 main event. The Bloodline have to go over here to make a Bloodline rules in night 2.
That's exactly what Brian and Jim Cornette were
either that or
saying. You know, it would be like Cody becoming, like Austin did against, the corporation and stuff when it was him and versus Vince McMahon and stuff. So they think that the Bloodline needs to win so that Cody can win over all odds.
All the odds and become.
He needs to. I agree with that's probably going to happen, but they could have them win that tag match and have a new member of the Bloodline show up that wasn't. But I just can't see The Rock and Roman losing that tag match.
No,
but if they did, I think we would be introduced to maybe Jacob Fatu or
Tom. Rocky ain't doing a job.
Yeah.
Well, you think he came back to do a job?
Yeah, no, I think they win, but if
especially
when
he's chairman of the board,
we might get a new member of the
he's on the board. Yeah. He's saying, and I forgot to mention this. Now he's saying that this was the plan all along. That Cody Roman was the plan all along, and that he wanted to turn heel, which is bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. Even though he's been great since he became the final boss.
This worked out better than whatever they were planning on doing.
Yeah, that was not the plan. I can guarantee you Rock didn't want to come back and be a heel. I mean, he wanted to be babyface Rock.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's lying there.
And he probably wanted to beat Roman for the title.
I would not be surprised.
To stay relevant, even though he hasn't been relevant since the 90s.
I think I always say that would have been the fight.
Like he's been killing it. Like you can't hate on The Rock right now.
The final boss
killing
has
it
been
right
great.
now. What he did to Cody Rhodes,
fantastic.
He beat the shit out of. That's old school. That's old school. NWA wrestling.
We discussed it last week. Yeah,
that was
when you talked about it.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
Hey! Watch it.
I liked it.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
It was good. It wasn't perfect.
What would you have done? What would you have done differently?
To make it perfect. With The Rock? I'd have Mr. Perfect there. Of course, you'd have to dig him up, but
But
The Rock's doing great shit right now.
All right, he's doing great shit. We'll agree to disagree.
My suspicion.
Try to enjoy it. Try to enjoy the
Cody
given right now.
So Rocky and Roman will win this match. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah,
I would say so.
And I would not be surprised.
Bloodline rules.
I would not be surprised if Rock pinned Cody. That's what
Jim Cornette was saying. They think that he's going to be the one to pin Cody.
Cody's the only one that logically makes sense.
He has to take the fall there. He has to. He has to get beat.
But that's then when it comes to overcoming all odds, just like the Stone Cold revenue in the 90s, they're trying to redo it. They're trying to do when the deck is stacked against Stone Cold, he always came through.
Do you think Seth turns on Cody?
Good question.
To give him a little bit of an out?
Maybe. No. I wouldn't do that.
Because Seth's going to lose the title.
He's going to drop the world title. He has to. His title run is stale as all hell. I mean, I hate it.
Actually, he couldn't go into that as a heel because Drew's already a heel. I feel that wouldn't make any sense.
So there's no way they would turn on Cody.
Going back to Missy, they also did that with Brian Pillman. I mean, not Brian Pillman. What's this guy's name? Yes. Brian did that. Everything.
Ryan Daniels.
Right. Yeah. Yes, that everything was stacked up against him, and then he managed to, win the title, hurt with a bandage, whatever the case might be.
He beat Triple H to open that WrestleMania in order to get to the world title match. And then he made Batista tap out clean, which was people were shocked by that.
And now he's a father to a Bella twin.
Mm-hmm. And he's having useless matches against Japanese wrestlers on Collision.
Exactly.
It shows how smart
Slick
he
would
is.
you say exactly?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It shows how smart that guy is. Excuse me. All right, so that's night one.
Left to their own devices, these guys.
They're all really have terrible instincts.
You how powerful the WWE machine was.
Yeah, they have terrible instincts.
So many of them, left to their own creative control and creative devices, have just not been as good as they were over in WWE.
The only one I could think of who was better was Cody, but the only reason why that is because he was Stardust before he left, so anything would be better. But
there's not too many people that have come over, and Swerve, I would say Swerve has gotten better over here, but he never really got a chance in WWE.
He never got a chance in he was North American champion for like a second, a cup of coffee, and then he went to the main roster, and Vince took one look at him and fired him instantly. Yeah. Him and the entire Hit Row, they were together. Vince fired them all.
That worked out. I mean, to be fair, they've all worked out. They're all probably getting paid more than they, Keith Lee is getting paid to sit. I mean, like all these guys are just getting paid so much money for nothing. Malachi Black getting paid.
We're getting off
close to $1 million.
Malachi Black.
He's coming back to WWE. I guarantee it. When his contract's up, he's shooting right. He's shooting right back to WWE.
Just to prove a point to Tony Khan that your booking sucks and it's the shit.
He needs to hand that book over, man.
I'm telling you. It's just like,
it's almost a unanimous decision among any rational wrestling fan.
Who would be the booker? I mean, Tony Khan isn't the booker. Who would be?
Tony.
They got Jimmy Jacobs. They got
if Tony Khan can spend millions on these wrestlers, I'm sure he can find a booker. He can pay him millions to book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The only one I
hell of a lot better.
Cornette under the table. Nobody.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
All of a sudden, the shows would be like, "Man, this shit's great." Well, who's doing it? And it's just
who's booking this?
Booking under the table.
Yeah, but Cornette would not. I don't.
No,
think
he would
so.
never
for the right amount of money.
I
don't think so.
No,
everybody
I don't think
has
so.
a price.
Maybe.
I still hold out hope that we will get a
DiBiase.
Jim Cornette appearance on some wrestling show.
That was the rumor back when last year's WrestleMania or a house show that was in Kentucky, and they were like, "Yeah, Jim Cornette's I'm gonna go pick him up," And that was a big rumor. He's like, "I have no intention of going to see this shit."
Yeah, I don't. It was an AEW show. Was in Louisville or something.
Louisville, yeah.
It was last year, and he's like, "I'm not going to that show.
I'm not going to that shit."
I would love to see him just come back for one night.
Yeah, he met Tony Khan once. I think they had a phone call together right before
AEW
and
he had
started.
To sign an NDA.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not working for this guy. I mean, I can't take him seriously.
As soon as he heard Kenny and the Bucks were going to be EVPs,
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, why?
This gonna work.
I'm going to choke out.
He's been right about everything.
Yeah, he's been right about everything.
It's fucking crazy. He has predicted all of this.
It is crazy.
So yeah, let's get to night 2 because a few more matches we gotta go through here. The night 2 is allegedly going to open with Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the world title.
I say Drew because he's on a roll since he won
Drew is winning
Elimination Chamber.
He's been the best work of his career. His promos are like, where was this Drew McIntyre 5 years ago when he first came back? Because his promos sucked for years. I mean, he was terrible on the mic.
Especially I think they're giving him a little more creative freedom, and
I hope
a little more.
Allegedly, Triple H is giving more creative freedom to the guys, certain guys at least.
Motivated Drew. It's a good Drew.
Write a good promo for themselves. Now, Drew is clearly going over to set up the CM Punk feud.
To set up the match with Punk. Punk's gonna be on commentary. I forgot about that.
Yep.
From being
they were talking about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Punk is going to be on commentary for the match.
You think Punk helps Drew win so he could face him?
I don't know what role he would play, but he has to play some sort of role in the finish.
Yeah,
but
he's going to be the announcer.
He has to play some role. Yeah. And
He hates both of them. Who's he gonna fuck over?
I don't know.
I guess whoever the one he hates the most.
I think he wants Drew because Drew's the one that hurt him. So I think he's gonna fuck Seth over so he can face Drew.
Yeah.
Remember when The Rock did that to Owen Hart?
Oh yeah, I
do think
remember
that's
that.
what happened.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was Owen Hart.
He helped someone that he hated just so he could face him for the title. It might have been Stone Cold. I can't remember, but I know Owen Hart was involved.
Yeah, it might have been Stone Cold.
I think CM Punk helps.
Maybe when Stone Cold had the IC belt.
Match.
Yeah, there was an IC belt.
Yeah, it was for the IC belt.
This is before they were main eventers. Yeah.
Rock ran in like street clothes. He had like shorts and a t-shirt.
He looked like he just came into the arena.
Yeah,
shit, I gotta do
got
this.
Off the golf course or some shit.
With that,
but his facial features back then were, they actually matched what he was going to do. He's like, like this. If Austin insulted him or something, like here's a bird for you, around Thanksgiving and Survivor Series.
But my prediction is that CM Punk helps Drew win the title.
Drew's going to be the champion. He gets his moment, which he talked about.
Drew's
because
in match, 100%.
He gets his moment in front of the fans because when he won the world title in 2020, it was in the pandemic, so he never got that cheer or that when the fans when he won the world title. So he was there during the pandemic, and by the time we got out of the pandemic, he wasn't even the main event anymore. He was pushed down the card pretty much. So the next match, we have a Philadelphia street fight between Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament, which would be AOP and the Karrion Kross.
I have no idea. I don't even think they're going to push Lashley.
The story of this,
it's not working for me. It's not. I like Karrion Kross, and I like him. I think,
I want to like Karrion, but I don't know if it's storytelling or what. But it's just like. It's nothing.
It's not working.
Nothing they do interests me. So,
the Final Testament has Paul Ellering too, part of that group.
This will probably be a cigarette break match for me.
Paul Ellering's a part of the Final Testament. Which is why people are trying to make a big deal out of it.
Waste of Paul Ellering.
Wow.
Yeah,
I got the Final Testament.
Yeah, they have to win this match, even
though
I hope it's not working. But they have to.
I don't know who wins this match. They're like. Which group do they want to push? They're both kind of just meddling. They both
they're both just
together.
Yeah.
So, they tried to use the Street Profits as heels, and
I don't know who wins this match. I'm gonna go with the Pride. Bobby. I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley.
Final Testament has to win this match, but will they?
I don't think. I mean, I don't think they will, man. I think they fuck Cross up so much that he's just unrepairable at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I think he needs to go away for like 6 months.
He did, come back, bro. They brought him back, and he was.
I know, but
like
he needs to
weeks.
go away again. He needs to go away and come back.
Yeah, how can we miss you if you don't go away? Right?
It looked like they were gonna do something with him, and then he just kind of fell down the card.
I know that he just came back, but he needs to go away again and come back as that killer bald.
He needs to
cut
the hair.
Yeah, he needs to be bald again because he looked scary when he was bald. And now he looks like
someone who works on Wall Street.
Yeah, what he looks like. It's just, but it's not working. It's like a filler match, and it's a street fight too, which is ridiculous because the main event is going to be full of fuckery and be overbooked. So here we go. They're over
their own shit here, but
yeah, I don't like. So the next match listed here is LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And their backstage fight was so corny.
Oh, that was lame. You see that fight?
It looked like they were hugging each other. I'm like, boys, get a room.
That was so lame.
LA Knight is going over.
He has to go over. He has to.
Yeah, LA Knight rules.
AJ Styles is near retirement. I mean, he already talked about how he's close to retirement.
The point where he's putting guys over. So LA Knight wins, and hopefully feuds with whoever wins the U.S. title triple threat match.
All right, fair enough. I say LA Knight too.
Yeah, he has to go over, and I agreed too.
I mean, it doesn't make sense this guy AJ winning, but I think
it was. I know LA Knight was supposed to be in the U.S. title match initially, but reasons, switching, changes, all of a sudden he's facing AJ Styles in a meaningless match.
I feel like Kevin Owens probably politics his way into Yeah.
No doubt. He's a babyface.
I wouldn't be surprised
Kevin
if
Owens is always fucking politicking.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
All right, so
probably why Sammy got the IC title match instead of Gable.
Gable should. There was a story there with Gable, and instead it was like Sammy Zayn
politics
won that
too,
match.
man.
Yeah.
You've heard Cornette talk about those fucking guys,
and
that was back when they were nobody. Now,
he hates Steen.
Now
Kevin Steen and Generico. He calls them.
They're backstage
hates
politics guys.
Damn Canadians.
Like, it's ridiculous. They complained about everything they did.
Yeah.
Cornette booked them to do, and it's like, what the? I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. You guys aren't even stars yet. Imagine when you become stars. Yeah.
So imagine how they are now.
Yeah, they
I guarantee you, Kevin Owens politicked his way into LA Knight's spot. I guarantee you, Sami Zayn politicked his way into Chad Gable's spot. Just a prediction.
I wouldn't be surprised. All right, so the next match is the U.S. title match: Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens in that triple threat.
Well, they said that Logan. Well, Jim Cornette liked Logan Paul. Didn't really see him losing yet, but
no, I don't see him losing either.
Yeah. I feel like
Orton can do a job.
It's probably going to happen. One of Logan Paul's friends is going to come out and do some.
I think Logan retains.
Knuckles. Yeah,
because they're pushing him.
I think they like having him with the belt. And showing it off everywhere he goes, and
Logan
he gets outside of the wrestling bubble.
Logan retains and continues his reign, and eventually, because he has to go to Cleveland with the U.S. title at SummerSlam, because he's from Cleveland. So he'll retain, and then he'll probably drop it to L.A. Knight at SummerSlam in Cleveland.
I hope so.
Something
time
like
to get
that.
Some gold on L.A. Knight.
That's what
I know. Cornette said he just. With LA Knight being as popular as he is as a heel, and then Brian Last goes, "Well, I like him as a heel." Well, yeah, I'm sure he's a great heel. Whatever.
Logan Paul,
Logan Paul has to be a heel.
They tried him as a babyface when he first debuted. When he faced Roman,
he's a heel.
Kind of like when they tried to turn Roman Reigns babyface. It didn't go over very
well. Some people just. They are who they are.
They were chanting "Go home." They were literally chanting "Go home." That's how much they hated him.
That was a Vince. He insisted Roman be a babyface.
Of course.
Absolutely insisted on it. He's Cena. He's my next Cena pal. He has to be a babyface.
Yeah, and Lex Luger was his next Hogan. See how well that worked out?
He's like, I'm gonna shove Roman Reigns down the people's throat. Just like he did with the Ultimate Warrior, just like he did with Luger. Luger didn't work, but it worked with Warrior for a bit. But
he started this because it worked with Hogan for so long.
Yeah,
he's like,
and you see what happened with the Luger or Hogan 2.0. It didn't. Couldn't get over because he wasn't Hogan.
But by '94, people were done with Hogan, or at least the WWF crowd was done with Hogan by '94.
And they didn't want another Hogan, but
pretty soon the
Vince just couldn't let it go.
Crowds were too.
I didn't.
Until he turned heel.
By '94, I was like, Brett. Brett's all. Why the hell are they even playing with Luger? On top.
Yeah.
I think honestly, and this is just my opinion, but I mean, you gave it to Brett. Why not Kurt? And then, Kurt and Brett could, pass it back and forth. And then you can give it to Yokozuna.
One of those guys like Scott Hall. It's like, it's amazing they never held the title.
The world title.
And they were great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. Scott was kind of doing a downward spiral by then.
By '94.
I think if Scott would have stayed in WWE, he probably would have won the title eventually.
I agree. Yeah. Definitely. Especially with that ladder match with him and Shawn Michaels.
That ladder match. That ladder match was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen.
And people still talk about it. That's why they still talk about it. Because it made sense to have a ladder in the match. Mm-hmm. But now they do it all the fucking time. Now it's
a gimmick.
Oh God, it's another ladder match.
I'm sorry, who's in that ladder match again? Who? Scott Hall and who?
Razor and Shawn. WrestleMania 10.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Shawn cheated.
Hey.
That match, go back and watch that match. Those guys
classic.
damn near killed each other, man.
Yeah.
They took some nasty bumps in that match.
Yes, they did. But
it was part of the story.
It was part. That was part of the storyline. Yeah.
Nobody got hurt.
No, and now everybody see that match. Millennials who are wrestlers see that match and want to do it for no reason, just to
for
do
no
it.
reason. They want to do it every single fucking night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that match kind of ruined like modern wrestling. Cornette even said this. Like that match was so good that it was just
going to
and everyone's
be
trying to repeat, and it's just not working out because it's not Shawn Michaels and it's not Scott Hall.
Oh, then they try to do it with the tables and the chairs.
Tables, ladders, and chairs. I hated that shit in the Attitude Era.
Awful. Yeah, it was Bubba. It was the Dudleys and the Hardys and Edge and Christian.
ECW started getting over, so WWE.
Yeah, you watch kids gonna go, Bubba, get the table.
Garbage.
Yeah. Shut up, kid.
ECW.
I love you, kid, but ECW sucks.
Right? Hey, I love ECW. Man.
Hey,
I liked it.
ECW.
I liked it. I went to the ECW arena a few times. I liked it then, but I was a teenager, so.
Oh.
Today, I met Paul Heyman once, very briefly.
Really? That's pretty cool.
He was walking out of ECW arena, and I was like, and we were standing there with me and my cousins, and like, oh hey, that's Paul Heyman. Hey, Paulie. I call him Paul. Like, oh hey, how you doing? I gotta go. One of those things. So very briefly, I talked to him, but
that's cool. It's a cool story.
Yeah, he's like, oh hey, yeah, Paul, and one of those things. And it's like, I don't know if he didn't like me calling him Paulie or what, but. That's the first time I saw him in WCW. Yeah.
He couldn't.
It was like, yeah, nice to meet you, kid. Like,
yeah.
But let's see. The next match listed here is Io Sky versus Bayley for the women's title at Wrestlemania.
They don't think Bayley's going to lose. They think Bayley needs to go over.
Bayley needs to go over because she's been putting over everybody for years now.
Right.
She needs a win, something as a.
She's got a lot of people.
Then they start talking dirty, and I'm like, I'm gonna turn you off if you boys don't knock it off.
Allegedly, she's coming back with that hugger gimmick she had.
Come on. No way.
I hope not, but that's what it seems like. Because he says he had.
Just let her be herself.
No, that's not it. Yeah, in Philadelphia, that's a terrible idea. Oh yeah, let me be the hugger again, which I was like 10 years ago when I first debuted. It's like. I hope they don't do that. But yeah, Bayley needs to win this match. It'll be a good match, but I don't. It seems like it's filler before the main event because main event is after this. So they stuck, and Bayley was kind of complaining like we should have been the main event in night one. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna main event over Rocky and Roman. She's ridiculous.
They're gonna go out there and like try to put on the best match they can, out of spite, probably.
They'll try, but you're not topping Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. I mean, I don't care how much I don't care what an amazing match it'll be. You're not topping that story.
Yeah.
Well, here's the kicker. So we're down to the nitty gritty. We're down to the main event, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, world title.
So I saw on X they're making a belt, or they're supposedly making a belt. It says Cody Rhodes on it. So I think Cody Rhodes overcomes all odds. He even gets Seth Rollins to come out there and help him, or he gets some of his friends to help him. But like Stone Cold, that's the story that's going. Now they could change it and say, oh, well, we're going to take it a different direction. But as you said, Angel, then you might as well just kill him as a main event. And Jim Cornette and Brian Last were like, yeah, he needs to win tonight. The storyline is done. It's getting stale, boys. It's time to move on and get this to where it needs to go. And it needs to be Cody Rhodes champion.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not a Cody fan, but I agree. He needs to win.
No,
Cody's the only one I do like.
He's kind of like he's the John Cena that WWE's looking for. It wasn't Roman.
Face robot.
It was Cody. It wasn't Roman. It was Cody.
Somewhat like his father.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching the documentary, the American Nightmare documentary on
Peacock.
On Peacock. So for me, it would make sense with Cody. You do another part 2 of that. Just on the run that he won.
Oh, they're already they're filming all.
They're filming a documentary right now. But especially if Cody's going to win the belt, they're definitely filming a documentary.
Back to that perfect Monday Night Raw ending.
Hey,
the truck in the background had John Cena and Stone Cold's face on it.
Yeah,
that was not a coincidence.
That's foreshadowing. That's what I thought
that
too.
Is not a coincidence.
That's foreshadowing because this match
fucking tee it. Stone Cold is stunning The Rock, and John Cena is doing his move to Roman, and they're gonna help Cody win the match.
Yeah, because that match
guaranteed.
Because Stone Cold's been saying lately, he wouldn't rule out another last match. Stone Cold's been saying that on his podcast.
He's been saying that
it would be against CM Punk.
Yeah,
but I guarantee fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin is giving Rock the Stone Cold Stunner on night 2.
That match
payback for the 90s.
Mark my words. We are getting
it needs to be a clusterfuck. It needs to be overbooked and a clusterfuck. Because last year's match was pretty much one-on-one.
You know Cody Rhodes.
It was a good one-on-one match. This year it needs to be a clusterfuck. It needs to be interesting. It needs to be all over the place.
It needs to be a movie.
Where's Dustin? Is Dustin still in AEW?
I hope.
He's still in AEW.
I always thought about that.
I still have my fingers crossed that Tony Khan is not a complete spiteful asshole and could use some good press right now. Letting Dustin go help Cody is
That'd be interesting.
Not Goldust.
He's got to be one of the people.
Not Goldust. It needs to be Dustin. You know, like
right.
Yeah, because that's his brother. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ruling that out.
I wouldn't either. I mean,
use the good press. And I think
the question is, will Tony Khan do it? I don't, because he's a.
It depends how spiteful he is, man.
Yeah, he's a spiteful son of a billionaire.
Like I said, man, he could use some good press right now.
I agree. He can definitely use good press.
And letting Dustin do that would be universally praised by the IWC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And especially the AEW marks. You see what a great guy Tony is. He let Dustin, appear at WrestleMania.
Bro, no, some of the Freakazoids would be pissed. They would be.
Right.
Well, that's because they're small-minded.
But they're just,
Mm-hmm.
But
any talk against AEW and praise for WWE
fan would be like, good job, Tony.
The snowflakes go up,
I would. I give him
weird.
Like
I'm talking about the weird AEW fans would be like, mad
Tony,
about. Don't do anything to help them, like that. Those types of people.
Don't you understand? That's his brother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I do think there's a
Dustin.
50% chance Dustin Runnels.
He's been making videos on his Twitter, I think.
Talking
about fuck the Rock and stuff like that. Fuck the Rock. So he's like, he's teasing, he might do something at WrestleMania.
He might do something,
I think we might see it.
So it's interesting to see whether Tony lets him because WWE's not going to put him on television if he's still under contract to AEW.
Yeah, that would be like an agreement with Tony.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of agreement. Yeah.
I'm hoping. I think.
Yeah, me too.
Guarantee we're getting Stone Cold and John Cena, but I'm hoping we get
that match needs to be a clusterfuck cinema. It needs to be overbooked.
Overbooked clusterfuck.
Usually, I'm
all here for it.
Yeah, I hate overbooked matches, but that one needs to be overbooked.
I would watch it if Stone Cold came back and stunned Roman Reigns. I'd be like, yes.
Nobody saw that. We're hearing that glass break on night 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking pop.
I
will pop, no matter how be 80 years old. It
would be like Stone Cold.
That is the essence.
I got my beer and I started going
like. I will never be too old to love this.
Yeah, man. He made it fucking cool.
What?
So Cody needs to sell his ass off at the beginning of this match for everybody.
No, he definitely will. He's second generation, so
he needs to play. He needs to be dead, basically.
Blood or no blood? You getting blood?
They did blood recently. I don't know whether they want to do it again.
I wouldn't do it again. I mean, The Rock just beat him to a bloody pulp.
Yeah.
I would maybe make The Rock
Cody's
bleed.
Gonna ask for it though. Cody's gonna ask to
I'm sure Cody would want to
bleed. Kind of get that sympathy from Dusty used to.
Cody's gonna want to get color. That's why I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna let him because they already.
It would make sense if he did that to The Rock and made The Rock bloody because The Rock made him bloody, and he's just getting The Rock back for what he did.
Yeah.
So if he actually makes The Rock bleed,
I would pop for that if Cody got that revenge back because that's kind of it's been a tit for tat.
And I'm not even a wrestling writer.
Yeah, he needs a response. He needs, but I mean, Cody sells, then he makes his comeback. slowly but
That's
surely.
what his dad did. He would sell, and then he would make his comeback, and then Dusty would do the
Cody's
little.
got good facials. Cody knows how to sell.
Yeah.
So
it'll be great. I'm not saying
get my sympathy.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cody actually did that. The little thing that Dusty used to do.
Oh yeah,
he did that last year.
He did that. Yeah, he did that.
Okay, well, that's already been done. It's already been done.
We're gonna get all the Dusty callbacks. We're getting
oh yeah,
we're getting everything.
And why not? Wherever Dusty is, we love you, Dusty.
This is going, like Angel said, this is going to be overbooked clusterfuck.
And it has to be. Usually I hate those type of matches, but it has
but
to be.
If it makes sense, you can do it, but it has to make sense.
Yeah.
This is where it makes sense.
Yeah.
It has make to it happen.
Because did y'all see that Lil Wayne's gonna be at WrestleMania?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he has a
he
song.
might have taken Meek Mill's place after
the Diddy thing.
The allegations.
Yeah. No Diddy.
Because I feel like Meek Mill was definitely going to be involved because he's from Philly, but now I don't know.
The other kid, what's this guy's Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart, yeah.
They're having a bunch of singers there. Somebody's doing a national anthem, and then Lil Wayne. It's going to be like
Lil Wayne's going to be there.
Well, they've done that for years.
So he might come out. Yeah. He might come out with Jey Uso. I bet that's what they do.
Because if you guys remember, Aretha I can't even talk. Aretha Franklin was at 3, and then they had Rockin' Robin at 5 sing American the Beautiful.
God, that didn't go well.
No, it didn't go well because she can't really sing, but
she
tried.
SmackDown, I think they're starting off with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Can I say why?
At 7 they had Willie Nelson.
Can I say why isn't that match at WrestleMania? Like at least in the pre-show, give those guys a moment.
Maybe it's not. They were just showing the trophies, but I'm pretty sure.
No, that match is on SmackDown. I know that they announced it for SmackDown.
They used to do it on the pre-show, but
I know. Give them a moment in front of the 80,000, whatever.
It's nobody. Who remembers who won it last year?
I wasn't watching last year.
I think it was Bobby Lashley.
Yes, it was Lashley.
What happened to the
Who
Owen
won it
Hart
the year
thing?
before?
Jey Uso? I don't know.
Was it Riddick Moss?
Oh, it could have.
Moss.
Yes, it could. I think it was him. You see, you're right. I mean, it doesn't really put anybody over. We don't remember who won this year.
Right. The only person that was
Cesaro. I just remember useless facts. So yeah.
Greg.
But yeah,
like we were like.
I was Google before Google existed. Like I had people calling me at 1 a.m. to settle drunk arguments and shit. Like, yeah. I don't know. My brain just stupid shit.
I remember when Cesaro first won the first one.
Right,
and I thought,
that was
now they're gonna push Cesaro now. This is good. Never saw him again, really. Oops. Then he was a tag team with Sheamus, and then it was like, what was the point of that?
Yeah, what happened to Sheamus? Is he hurt?
Yeah, he's hurt. He's been gone for a while now.
Because Cornette calls him Seamus, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Sheamus.
He's just enunciating. He's just pronouncing it.
Yeah.
Seamus.
As it's spelled, but it's not said that way in Ireland.
Yeah.
So the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, who goes over? I don't know who's in it, so I can't even give an opinion.
Kevin Owens just came out.
He's not in it, is he?
Kevin. Yeah. Oh no, they're starting it with the KO show. I hate these little talk. Everybody has a talk show. Like it's so stupid. Like this.
Kevin Owens has one.
I thought
Bailey
was
had
the
one.
Hall of Fame, or is that tomorrow?
That's after. That's after SmackDown.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
So overdone.
No, that's after SmackDown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
As soon as SmackDown's over, we go to Peacock and watch the Hall of Fame.
No thanks.
Right.
Well, dude, for Thunderbolt Patterson's speech alone, it's worth.
Oh, we listened to some of that on Jim Cornette. Yes.
I will be.
And we were laughing along to it too.
And I kind of want to see if there's any storyline involved with Roman Reigns because he's doing.
It could be. There could be some kind of advancement or something happen.
So I don't. So I will be. I will be watching the Hall of Fame after SmackDown.
Yeah, it's after SmackDown.
Let me know how it goes.
And we can talk about it next week when we review WrestleMania next week. We can kind of discuss that. But that's the card for WrestleMania 40.
I'm excited.
It's very top heavy.
I have a feeling I'm gonna go skip.
There's
main
some.
Well, you can't skip. Wait,
a lot of
wait, you can't skip live. You can't.
You
skip
can if you
live.
watch it afterwards. You can if you watch it afterwards.
Yeah.
She doesn't probably watch it after. I like smoke break matches, so I'm not.
And then
upset.
Stone Cold,
But
it stuns Roman Reigns.
There's like 5 or 6 matches that I'm really interested in, so I'm pretty pumped. I
feel most of WrestleMania is a filler. It's like filler.
There is a lot of filler.
And they really focus.
Just focus on the top tier. Yeah.
But,
I might watch the Drew McIntyre match. I may
back
not.
in the day.
Yeah,
I don't know. Something about Drew McIntyre makes me think, like he could have the potential of Kurt Hennig if he, was more polished.
He's got the athleticism.
He got the size.
Yeah, he got the look.
I said that.
This reminds me of WrestleMania 3 when the whole focus was on Hogan and Andre.
Yeah, right.
The rest of the card at the bottom was just bleh, The matter was underneath. Yeah.
And I don't know. Steamboat and Savage.
Yeah, Steamboat and Savage was great, fantastic.
Yeah, it was a bleh. I mean, it may have been advertised as bleh, but it was an awesome match, and a lot of people still talk about those.
It was a great. And they put over Steamboat strong, and 3 months later he's gone because his wife got had birth.
Savage didn't mind putting people over that he thought deserved.
No, he didn't. He had an issue. He had an issue, I think, of putting over Hogan at WrestleMania 5. But
yeah,
no, because Hogan won.
No, I know, but I'm sure he wasn't happy about it. Having put Hogan over at 5.
Oh, you mean Savage? I thought you meant Vince.
No. Savage. Yeah,
no, at 5. Because Savage, that supposedly was all based on his real life jealousy of Terry and Elizabeth.
Yeah,
that man was so jealous. He hated when wrestlers talked to him.
He was very protective.
That's what they were saying in the that's what they were saying in that the match made in heaven, Dark Side of the Ring.
To be fair,
that he would hate if anyone touched her.
To be fair, went near her. Look at the way she passed away, though. Like he was right about don't be hanging out with the boys.
Yeah, but she was head over heels for Luger, who was married. And actually they didn't say this in the documentary, but I know I've seen they said this in his biography, Savage's biography, that Luger built a house for them so they could rendezvous, and that's when the wife found out. But I don't think he ever got divorced. Like she never divorced him, even though he was doing it with Liz.
Yeah.
He was getting it on.
You sure it was Luger, or you sure it was something else?
Yeah.
Well, they were both on pills. There's no doubt about that. They were both on the pills.
That's a match made in heaven.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's not a good.
According to Linda, Terry's ex, Linda Hogan, or Linda Benea, she says that. I mean, she talked to Liz when she was in WCW, and she's like, I'm kind of in love with Luger. I was like, no, not Luger. Oh, wow. Come on.
Yeah, I was surprised that, they were together.
What the heart wants.
Yeah. Did they remove the set on SmackDown? I'm seeing pictures here on X. They removed the set?
Yeah, it looks like a WrestleMania set almost.
Yeah, it's like they're.
Well, this could be go home matches.
There's so many people, they wanted to sell more tickets. So
so they removed the set entirely. I see pictures of it on X. Like, damn, that's the first time I've seen them remove the set.
This place is packed wherever they're at tonight.
At Philadelphia, I think the Wells Fargo Center.
Okay, then they're already kind of getting it. Yeah.
That's why they're gonna do that's why they're gonna do the NXT.
There's gonna be a change in the WrestleMania card that we revealed on SmackDown.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm reading here on X. I don't know how true that is, but
I'm 10 minutes behind, so I can fast forward commercials. But right now, they're doing the KO show, and Paul just came out and interrupted.
That's garbage.
Randy and Kevin. So this is just a story about the U.S. title match, which, like I said, Logan Paul.
I keep seeing Jim Cornette. I give up. I keep seeing Jim Cornette. I saw one with Bubba Ray there, or not Bubba Ray. Yeah, Big Bubba. Wasn't that his Ray Trailer's name?
Yeah, Big Bubba Rogers.
Big Bubba Rogers, and
Big Boss Man.
Big Boss Man, yeah. And then what's this other one? I guess it's in
Triple H kind of called out the Ospreys and Okadas of the world on Pat McAfee's show.
I peeped that.
What I miss?
Basically, he didn't name them directly, but I'll quote him. If they're not here to be all in on this, like when I see people that come out of trying to make it, and then they pick the job where they go, well, they work less and the schedule's lighter. All right, then I'm glad I didn't get you, because if you're not in it for the grind at that point early in your career, you have no business being here. So that's the full quote.
Can't disagree with any of that. I mean,
yeah, and that's obviously a call out to Will Ospreay and Okada.
You can either be in the best promotion in the world, but you're going to have to work your ass off, or you can get paid more and take it easy, but nobody's going to know who you are.
I just saw one that says it's Andre on SmackDown says, "Holy crap, he's back!" I'm like, not unless they dug him up. Actually, he was cremated. So unless they put them back together, and that would be the world's craziest puzzle.
Yeah. So that's Triple H's quote going after. That's definitely aimed at Okada and Ospreay. Maybe even Mercedes.
The Rock's not going to win a belt.
Because they offer
The Rock is winning the tag team match at WrestleMania.
That's about it.
Probably half of what Tony offered him, and he basically was like, "Yeah, I'd rather be able to go home and see," and Tony's flying this guy back and forth. So
I can't.
You talking about Ostrich?
Yeah, he probably could have been.
He's flying him WWE every week. He flies him in for Dynamite, and then flies him back to the UK. Yeah. Seriously, he flies him back and flies him back and forth every week.
Fucking nuts, man! The amount of
so
money
he can go home and be with his stepson and his wife.
Yeah.
Didn't their ratings go down again? Weren't they 7?
Oh my god! They averaged less than they had been. It's been the lowest.
I didn't even watch the show.
Average.
I heard it was a bad show.
There were some parts that were good. When the Bucks came on, of course, everyone left.
I saw the ratings 100 plus K comedian, and then as soon as they left, it went back up to 100.
Yeah,
that's so fucking funny. But
I can't even say. How do you say it? Take a shit. I can't say Takeshita. I can't even say it without saying take a shit.
Yeah, take a shit.
And that's pretty sad that I can't even say a word. I can't even say the name right because I hear Jim Cornette in the back of my head.
That wrestler.
That's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
Go ahead, D.
He said like that wrestler, Jim Cornette.
Did you watch AEW on Wednesday?
Some of it. I did make a video about Sasha Banks coming out and moving her ass.
You said her non-existent ass.
Yeah.
The rankings don't matter again.
No, she's the number one contender. She's number one contender. Is she ever
going to wrestle before Double or Nothing? Is that going to be her first match?
I don't think so. That's her first match.
She's not wrestling on Dynasty, the pay-per-view in a couple weeks.
No, she's going to be on commentary, I think, for the TBS title match.
I heard she was shit on commentary.
She is.
She was. Yeah. I heard she did commentary this past Wednesday.
Yeah, it was crap.
And she sounded like that's what she sounded.
She's not good at talking.
She might as well have just went and that's it.
I don't know what people saw in her and why people think she's so great.
I'm guessing Sasha Banks wasn't over then in WWE.
She was over, but
people like JD from New York and those guys.
He blocked me.
Fucking. Jobber,
consider an honor.
JD from New York.
Sasha Banks is this huge star, and I'm just
JD from New York
I didn't see it in WWE.
No,
I wasn't expecting.
I didn't see it either
in AEW.
Even though she was somewhat over,
she acts like a star. She knows how to act the part, but I don't.
That's it. That's the only positive because.
Yeah, but then she comes out and shakes her ass like she's something important.
I don't see how she draws money.
$10 million.
I don't see. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see how she's going to draw money for that company.
Give me $10 million, and I definitely will be a better thing.
Going to buy a pay-per-view to see a Sasha or a Mercedes Moné match.
Yeah, and she's injury prone.
Very few women that people are I'm buying.
And as Jim Cornette says, it's moan or Monet.
Yeah, she's always fragile, always getting hurt.
She's injury prone too. Another issue.
Big time.
Didn't she break her ankle in Japan? She hasn't wrestled in like 2 years.
Yeah, and it wasn't even.
So was it like a life?
She just
thing?
slipped
not
and
life.
fell. Like it was her own fault. Like
it was her against Willow.
I think
Willow Nightingale or her in Japan, I think, and she fell off the top rope and broke her ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that she runs a storyline talking about, oh my career could have been over, and but then I sucked in, and I'm like, what?
I hated that.
I feel like every doctor, like anytime a wrestler gets hurt, they're like, well, your career's over.
Right.
That's because they do stupid shit.
For every injury, like, well, you're never gonna be able to do this again. And they literally go on and do it for like 20 more years, and it's just like these doctors are really playing it safe.
I still don't know whether Mercedes a babyface or a heel, and she's been on television for 3 weeks.
She needs to be a heel, but she's
she needs to be a heel.
Face.
Yeah, she's
but I don't know what she is though. Yeah, I don't know what she.
Like I can see myself disliking her.
What are these jackoffs trying to do? There's a big black guy and two little guys.
Omos is coming out. I think he might. He's probably gonna win the battle royal.
Who's the big black dude?
Omos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jim Cornette calls
there goes that guy. Bye bye.
Jim Cornette calls him almost.
Almost.
There's a whole bunch of nobodies in this battle royal. I can't.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody.
I'm not even.
Well, that guy ran out.
I didn't see anybody worth a fuck. So
I mean, actually,
Boss is probably gonna win.
I was gonna ask you guys.
Yeah, just because he's a big guy, don't mean you can't jump him.
You guys remember what was the first WrestleMania live that you guys saw? Like live. Mine was the one.
Yes,
Vegas,
I do. Well, it was at pay-per-view. I never went to a live.
Not go live. Not go live. But just watching it live.
On pay-per-view?
Yeah.
WrestleMania 7.
Oh.
I was 4 years old, almost 5.
It was 6.
At WrestleMania 7.
The Hogan Warrior match. I think it was 6, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. I want to say
that was the 6.
Hogan Warrior.
That's what that's the first one. And it was like $25 at the time. I remember because it was
a kid on my little league team. His dad was a wrestling fan, and so he would buy the pay-per-views, and we'd all have parties at their house.
Yeah,
and watch them.
My aunt was a big wrestling fan.
That for me at all. Like
my mom would never let me. My dad bought me a couple of pay-per-views. He bought St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and then this is older. And then he bought the Fully Loaded when Hogan beat Undertaker and Vince had to leave.
This battle royal is ridiculous.
Because we're screaming, yes! Look at him, he's bleeding!
Yeah, mine was that Vegas one. Was that WrestleMania 9?
Wow,
yes.
Yeah, that was 9.
Nobody.
Mr. Perfect versus Lex Luger, and Kurt forgot the match.
Oh my god.
He's like, Luger, what are we doing? What are we doing? Luger's like, oh shit.
I don't know.
No,
he remembered as the match went on, but Luger said like, he's like, I remembered parts of it.
It's like Triple H was like, fuck it, let's throw in the catering guys, all of them, let's throw them out there.
Yeah, it's literally that bad. Like,
wow.
And almost gonna win, right? I assume he
has to. There's either him or Ricochet.
I don't know. I saw those two guys with the green on them, and they just kind of like eliminated themselves. I'm like, what the? Okay.
And then one spot went so bad, I think Angel Garza basically eliminated himself too, because yeah. This is
like when
I haven't seen some of these guys in months, like Apollo Crews and shit.
Oh God, Apollo Crews! I thought he was
fired.
When
Cedric Alexander's in it.
Remember Royal Rumble '89 when Jay came back out to the ring with the snake and chased Andre out, and Andre eliminated himself.
Eliminated himself, yeah, because
he wasn't scared of snakes actually. Andre, because if you watch when Jake throws the snake at him, you can actually see Andre trying to keep the snake on him. He's like, okay.
Oh my God, he's up so high. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Omos just picked up JD McFunko. Like 12 feet
Doesn't
in the air.
Cornette call him Ofucko?
Threw him down. Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
McFunko or something. Yeah.
He looks like a Funko Pop because his head's so big.
Got thrown out.
Omos. My God. That looked like... Did Omos get eliminated? Yeah, Omos got eliminated.
Oh, come on.
Oh, maybe they're going to let Bronson Reed win. That's like the perfect candidate to win this. Like, oh, yeah, we like you. Here.
Yeah, here's a victory.
We didn't put you on the card in your own country, but here's a battle.
Yeah, that was like he wasn't even on the card in the Australia show.
I think it had something to do with his wife being pregnant, but I don't know.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it could have been that.
So yeah, I think Bronson Reed's probably gonna win this. I didn't know he was in it.
Is Andrade in it? Because Andrade could probably end up winning that.
No, I don't Andrade.
Not in it.
He's not in it because he's on the graphic here.
No, he's not. He's not in the ring anymore. I don't think he would have got eliminated.
Yeah, that's why I know they're gonna push him after Mania. That's why it'd be weird if he got eliminated.
I don't think Andrade was in this. If he was on the graphic, he's probably was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not.
They took him out, I guess. Yeah, because he's on the graphic. But I saw here. So yeah, that's a waste.
They're gonna win this.
Yeah, he has to win that. At least give him some victory.
It's the only one that makes sense that's left in the ring. I don't think.
I'm hoping. I assume after Mania he's gonna get a big push.
Who just said "ow, my knee"?
I did.
Oh, well, let me kick it a few times.
Hey, I'll be right back.
It'll take me a while to get there because you're in Jersey. I'm just kidding, Angel.
Hey, man, we just dealt with a little earthquake, and just a little rap.
So the first thing when Angel's like, "There's an earthquake here," I'm like, "Oh my God, Angel, are you okay?"
Yeah, that's the first thing she tweeted at me. I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. It's just an earthquake."
Yeah, but I mean, we're not used to earthquakes here on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's true.
That's more California shit,
Uh-huh.
No, the funny, I'm at work, so for some reason all the women felt the earthquake except the men, and we was like, maybe something's going on here, but yeah, then I guess
I didn't feel it, and I was at work.
Yeah, I was
and my
coffee, and I felt it.
Yeah, there's a woman who adopted my son, so it's like his adopted grandmother.
Uh-huh.
Not legally, but by just saying that she adopted him. Right. She's like, "Oh yeah, I felt it." I'm like, "I was at work. I didn't feel a damn thing."
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, it depends of where you were at, I guess.
I was in a building, so I don't know.
I was in New York City. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Was like we don't get earthquakes up here. So it was like,
right.
Yeah, it's not like California like they do there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have people with the total eclipse thing going on. Yo, maybe it's the total eclipse. I'm like, okay.
So
I'm so sick of people. Look, the eclipse has always been going on since mankind has known about it. The only thing is, because I'm Wiccan, I'll be using it with a little bit more oomph to my magic, and that's all it's for. It's just a little oomph to the magic to make it work.
So
I can be rich and then tell you all to go fuck off. No, I'm kidding.
Bronson Reed did win the Andre the Giant thing, so
yeah,
Bronson Reed. Okay,
he's the perfect candidate to win.
Hey,
hey! So he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he
won. Stop using that word.
Yeah, him and Ivar are the last two.
Yeah, he won.
I'm like, I always start off like 10 or 15 minutes behind so I can fast forward.
Oh, Greg is one of those.
Oh yeah,
that's okay. That's okay.
I used to be one of those too.
Like I don't mind commercials if I have to watch them. Like I'm not one of those like.
I was gonna say it's a good thing that WrestleMania is this weekend and not next weekend because I got family photos I gotta do.
Oh well,
I got a full schedule next week.
I'm glad. I forgot. I want to bring this up, but the CM Punk interview with Ariel Helwani. I want to bring this up real quick. You guys see it? Or?
That. I was gonna click on it and then
I surprised me. Everything
that's
he said,
absolutely.
I was like, yeah.
Darn it, I missed it.
That sounds right. That sounds
right.
You can go check it out on YouTube. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's like nearly 2 hours, and Punk was completely honest. I was surprised he talked that much.
He was brutal.
I figured he wouldn't talk about it that much.
Yeah, but being brutal is being honest.
Yeah. He basically said when the brawl in or the brawl out, the one with Jack Perry, he basically said,
"Oh God, Jack Perry."
Jack Perry, oh, real glass, cry me a river. And Punk turned to Tony Khan and was like, are you going to handle that? He's like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, do something. You're the boss, right? I don't know.
That's exactly what Tony Khan would say in that situation.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Like, Tony feared for his life.
Anything you want to do. Like, literally whatever you want to do. Fire him on the spot.
Yeah, it's like, just fire him. And then he's like, after, and Jack got back, CM Punk's like, do we have a problem? Like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, if you want to do something, if you have a problem, do something about it.
Yeah,
That's
Jack
when
Perry.
he headlock. That's when he
Right.
Jack Perry's
headlocked him.
lucky he
That's
only
like,
got choked
you know.
out.
Yeah, he's
And like
lucky.
a little pussy
Then he
cried,
called
and
Tony Khan a
Tony
clown and
Khan
quit on
cried.
the spot. And
Yeah.
if it wasn't for
And Samoa
if it wasn't
Joe.
for Samoa Joe, he probably wouldn't have went
Yeah,
out there.
Samoa Joe's like, oh, come on, Punk, let him go. It's like, okay. Then he turned to see the Tony. He's like, you're a clown. I quit. You know.
Yeah, he called
This is
him a
before his
clown.
match with Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
Samoa Joe had to convince him to come on. Let's just go out, kill it. It's your last match, you know, and then you can leave. It's like, okay.
Wow.
And
yeah,
they
but he
also
quit.
intentionally didn't have anyone to pick him up from the airport.
Yes, that was another thing he talked about.
That's some Young Buck shit right there, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
those are the most spiteful little
pussies.
I almost said the F word and not
Fuckers.
fuck.
Yeah, I get it. Don't say that. But yeah, and the Young
But
Bucks.
That's like that type of behavior, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
apparently
come on,
the man who handled
Whiny ass
transportation.
like Punk
the man
would
who
have done
handles
business with them.
Yeah.
Like
and
He
he was
wanted
their
to.
highest rater. He brought in the ratings, and then they got him, you know, off AEW.
Well,
and
through
then
all that, Punk was still willing to do business.
He
with him.
wanted
Like,
to.
Let's make money off. And he's like, oh, you need to talk to his attorney. I'm like,
the Young
Bucks, these guys are playing that card. Like, we can't just be adults here and like talk.
No, they have to be little children.
Hash it out.
The Young Bucks wouldn't meet with Punk.
And the entire time Punk was rehabbing his arm, he was left to do it all on his own. Like,
yes,
never
another
heard
thing he
from the
said.
Company. He had to go find his own rehab doctor and saying it's like night.
Because Tony's a whiny ass bitch. He's a little
He
pussy.
wouldn't speak to him after Brawl Out or Brawl In. That was
like Tony is not a boss. He's just a nice guy.
He's trying to be their friend. It's kind of like being your parent and being a friend.
He's the substitute teacher that's let things get out of hand.
You saw what he did right after the interview. He fired like 10 wrestlers.
Yeah.
To prove oh no I'm a boss. See, I fired 10 wrestlers.
Does that. He always
10 wrestlers that were irrelevant except for
he wasn't using them
to where it's so obvious that you were like listening.
But their biggest star was CM Punk, and you literally got rid of him, and now you can't figure out why your ratings are in the toilet.
It was the only
Come on, really?
mover they had.
Tony replaced CM Punk with Edge.
You literally can't but Edge is
no, he's nowhere near the star Punk.
He's not he's not even close to the star that Punk was. And now their ratings are shit and they can't figure it out. It's literally like WCW in the end of days when WCW was about to close up and they couldn't figure out why their ratings sucked. But unfortunately, I would almost say that Tony Khan has endless money.
Did you see Edge's promo on Dynamite?
No.
That sycophantic promo that he cut.
Situation promo where
he was so sycophantic.
I wrote this. Go say it.
And he's like, "Oh, did the check clear? Okay, I'll go out and say whatever you want."
That's all they're doing, man. They're just sycophantic. That's fine if that's what you want to do at the end of your career. You know, take this mark for everything he's worth. Take him for whatever he's worth.
Yeah, if he's willing to give you $10 million to do fucking nothing,
don't expect a good wrestling show
doing shitty wrestling.
Like they have
and then
all these names.
It was
like, they're
Edge.
there to just make their money.
I keep calling him Edge. I'm sorry, but he's Edge.
Adam Copeland.
Yeah, it was Edge. It was the Young Bucks later in the show came out and said something about it was referring to Punk. I'm like,
Scapegoat, really? I love your work.
Yeah, Scapegoat. Yeah, I love your work.
But they're still doing this.
They're still doing.
And then they just said something to Trent's mom that was like in relation to the CM Punk stuff. I forgot what it was. Yeah, they were like, you lost, guys. Like, you lost this war.
Yeah, just move on.
Yeah, but they think they're killing it by doing all that silly, stupid shit. And
all
like I said, this is like WCW.
People even more.
Right, and it's like WCW, only Tony Khan, I would say, has endless money. Because, Dad, I need more, money.
He can he can do this in empty arenas till the day he dies.
That's right.
I argue there's some AEW.
He wants to put on wrestling shows in front of 150 people in a 20,000 seat arena. He can do that for as long as he wants.
That's right, because he has endless money, unlike Eric Bischoff had.
So I had an AEW fan say, "Oh well, AEW will be around for years and years and years." Yeah, because Tony Khan will continue funding it.
Yeah, not because of any metrics or making money.
No, they're losing money. least
Tony
$1
better
million.
get this TV deal coming up.
Yeah, he has to, because I don't know how he justifies.
Then he'll just buy the channel. I mean, like,
Yeah.
he'll just buy Warner Brothers Discovery. Like,
I don't
It'll
think
be like the
Chad-
Ted Turner thing. Only Ted Turner wasn't
and he'll
interested
just
in
be
wrestling.
just hemorrhaging money on everything.
Yeah, he's
Does
losing.
does AEW has like kind of like a home city, like you know how
Jacksonville and Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
Jacksonville.
Well,
Yeah,
Chicago,
Tony.
yeah, because I see
Chicago,
Tony
they
Khan's
draw the best in Chicago.
but he keeps going back to Chicago. That's the only
that's
house
why.
he can get.
It gets less and less.
But he
They've
gets
seen
less
your
and less.
shit, yeah.
And that was mainly due to CM Punk. I bet if they went back to it now, it'd just be like everything else. Because, like I said, when you got the Young Bucks doing that shit on TV, alienating people that still like CM Punk and are somehow still watching this fucking product, like, fuck you. I'm changing. Fuck these guys.
And
like,
then
I want them to fail. Like, I don't want AEW to fail,
Yeah.
but those guys can go fuck off.
They're going to win the tag team titles in this tournament.
They are. FTR is going to job out to them, and it's going to piss me off even more.
Again. Yeah, because...
But look what they did to MJF.
MJF?
The devil.
Yeah. Oh, they ruined that story. They ruined MJF. It was like...
And again, they can't figure out why the rings are in the fucking
MJF
toilet.
This weekend. That'd be like the most, like...
Oh, that would be hot.
I'd settle for Ricky Starks. But if we get MJF or Ricky Starks this weekend at WrestleMania,
people were
very thrilled.
People were saying that MJF might debut
at
WrestleMania.
That too. I know.
Because
for his career, that would be good because he gets on a bigger stage.
Oh, is he under contract? Is he under contract?
That's we don't know.
Yeah, I
don't know. His contract
allegedly
January 1st, 2024.
Yeah, allegedly, as far as we know, his contract's up.
But they're not selling his merch anymore. Like,
which is interesting.
If I'm running an angle, I still want my T-shirts being sold. You know, I'm not really.
Right.
Yeah.
What up, bro?
Yeah, thank you for joining
us.
That's
my homeboy. Yeah. He's been tweeting some great shit. Go follow him, man. He's hilarious. I love.
Yeah, no, I love his stuff. Thank you for joining us, man.
Just roast all these AEW nerds. It's hilarious.
But yeah. And then at the end of the show, it was one of the FTR guys, Dax. He cut a promo and talking about how much he loved AEW and fuck the haters. And, we're going to continue, Flato. We're going to continue doing what we do. We're going to have fun.
Can you say
that too?
I mean, it sucks too because I really like FTR.
Might as well have just had him come out and do that to Tony.
Yeah, it's like you have
handed these guys a script.
It would have been more believable.
Say this. Because CM Punk just buried us and everybody's agreeing with him. So we got to change the narrative. And I don't think anybody bought it.
Okay, but CM Punk is over. You guys are not.
Big time.
And you guys will never be over because you have a shitty product with performers that can't perform.
You're just going to piss off more and more of what little fans you have left.
That's right.
Yeah, it's absurd. CM...
Like 100K change the channel anytime the Young Bucks come on.
Did you...
That's right.
CM Punk and Randy Orton did a reaction to their 2011 WrestleMania match, and CM Punk and Randy Orton.
About that.
Yeah, they didn't like each other, and they openly talk about this. It's like,
where can you find that? Is it on?
I gotta see that.
It's in the WWE YouTube channel. Just search it. It says.
Okay.
Yeah, I can probably pop it up.
I heard it was really good.
I wonder if that's where that guy got that match with Kurt and Brett. That was not. It was not SummerSlam '91, but it was Kurt and Brett in '89 at MGS
and
Madison Square Garden. So yeah, MSG.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Orton who brought it up. It was like, oh, I remember when we did that angle, we didn't like each other, and it was something to the effect of, if I remember correctly. It was a Royal Rumble incident. CM Punk hit Randy Orton with his finish a little too hard.
Yeah.
So he took it 1, 2, 3. They went back to the dressing room, and CM Punk just said, "Are you okay? You okay, man? Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good." Runs to the bathroom, and then Randy Orton turns to Arn Anderson and starts talking shit about him. It's like, that motherfucker hurt me, and then Punk turns to walking by. Is like, "You had a problem with me?" It's like, "Yes, I do have a problem with you." "Well, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." Punk goes back to the ring through a Rumble match, and then and then after that, Randy Orton apologized or something happened where they worked together, but there was still tension, and they admit to this, and they like,
that's professional. I mean, that's what professional wrestling
I think
is.
It was
man.
Randy Orton
put
who
that
said,
you put that shit aside to draw money.
Yeah, and Randy Orton.
Man, they missed their opportunity to do that in AEW. Because
Yeah.
that event, CM Punk and FTR versus those clowns.
Yeah, it was.
I'd actually watch that.
It was Randy Orton who said something to the effect of, "Well, I mean, yeah, we did business together, unlike other people, right?" And then Punk started laughing, and it's like,
yeah, bro, like it was so childish of them to like not even want to like do any, because that would have drawn money in AEW. But like,
yes,
like CM Punk said, it's not a business. It's not a real business. It's about making Dave Meltzer happy.
Yeah, and fuck that guy.
It's about getting 5-star matches.
Yeah, and someone who never gave, real wrestlers
cage matches, giving Tony his next TV deal, and not Discovery.
Meltzer never gave real wrestlers 5 stars, but he give like bad performers.
Yeah, no,
5
it's crazy how much more lenient he is.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat
again. That's all you have to do, Young Bucks.
That's the link in the chat. I put in the chat is the link to the Randy Orton CM Punk thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out tonight.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Because I went on like a wrestling fast this week.
For 5 days? For 5 days, Greg?
Oh my god, I could never do that. I have to literally I was gonna say, after I watch WrestleMania, this WrestleMania, I'm gonna have to go back to 5 and 6 and cleanse my palate a bit. Go back to 89 and cleanse my palate here.
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't take too much cleansing. I'm hoping for a good show.
Yeah, I'm hoping
if they do what we hope, and that's give Cody the belt. It doesn't matter how long he keeps it. Just freaking give it to him.
Yeah, let him have his moment.
Let him have his moment, and then he can do what he needs.
Let him have his moment.
He beats, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking? Yeah, you know what I was thinking? Maybe. Let's say they one night, whatever. It could have been something where because of Roman, they lose. So the Rock is steam or whatever. And then night 2, the Rock comes up and then does the rock thing on the rock bottom on this guy, Roman.
Yeah.
And then Cody the win hesitantly.
Yeah. Right. Like he turns on Roman.
Let's talk about that. Where are they going with Rock and Roman after this? Is the Rock gonna be mad at Roman for losing?
Real quick, I like I said 2 weeks ago, I think when we were on together, I would have Rocky turn on Roman night 2 and just leave with the entire bloodline. Just leave Roman there by himself.
Right, and he's the final boss now, so
and he's in charge of the bloodline.
I mean, I think Angel spoke very eloquently about this.
Where backstab.
But I mean, it's time, and even Jim Cornette was talking about maybe it's time to turn Roman Reigns babyface. I went, because it worked so well the first time.
Well,
I think it could work now.
It could work now.
It could work now. You're absolutely right. I was just jossing.
It's very hard to become a good babyface without becoming a great heel first.
Yeah,
you almost have to win the fans over with your heel.
My suspicion,
Cody Rhodes is one of the few exceptions to that rule.
Yeah, my suspicion is real quick that go ahead. Real quick, my suspicion is Cody wins the belt. Rocky comes out the next night, and runs his mouth, and they all beat up Roman, and then it sets up a match between, between The Rock and Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam for the title.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping The Rock can do that though, because I've heard that The Rock is not going to be available like after WrestleMania for a couple months.
Yeah, WrestleMania is in August, so he should be available.
So I'm hoping by the time SummerSlam rolls around that we
get SummerSlam is going to be where at?
Yeah, Cleveland.
I have no idea. Oh, Cleveland. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then The Rock beats up Cody. Looks like he's going to win the title, and then here comes Roman to cost him the title.
Right.
And then that sets up their match for WrestleMania next year.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. And like I said, you were very eloquent about that, Angel, because I agree with you. It's either they lose night 1 and then like Rock turns on Roman and helps Cody, but unless they're trying to do another plot chase for Cody, I mean they gotta give him the belt.
That makes no sense. I mean, yeah, they got it. He has to.
But I saw an article on X that said they may go a different direction and still have the chase.
Yeah, Meltzer lost a lot of respect.
Meltzer had a cool magazine once upon a time. He's no longer a journalist nor a podcaster. I'll give him.
I mean, when you piss off,
he got paid off, and then
that's right.
He
when you piss off Jim Cornette, I mean, David Meltzer's even pissed off Jim Cornette to the point where Cornette wants nothing to do with him.
Nobody's
saying it's a badge of honor that he got blocked.
Bad journalist.
Dave Meltzer blocked me. I'm
blocked by Meltzer too.
I'm not.
I'm
like, what? Why can't you block me? Come on, I want my badge of honor.
What's funny is he responded to me
5-star matches.
And I responded to both of them.
Yeah, he responded to me. And then me and Steph were talking underneath him, and then he blocked me, but he didn't block Steph. I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't block me. I'm like, oh, come on, I want my badge of honor, darn it.
I left it alone.
I deserve it.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm blocked by Meltzer. I'm blocked by
because I said Meltzer. All you have to do is give Meltzer one of these, and you get a 5-star match.
I'm blocked by Hogan for some reason. I'm blocked.
Yeah, Hogan. I'm blocked by one. Like it's like an 80s retro WWF thing or 90s, and I'm like, what the hell did I do to piss you off? What the fuck?
Stealing all their Kurt Hennig content.
Right.
Well, I don't care. It's kind of the podcast name, Kurt Hennig. That's my hero.
Yeah, I'm blocked by JD from New York. I'm blocked by
I'm blocked by Jesse, his little co-host too.
I'm blocked by him too.
Called him a phony for doing that John Moxley quote after CM Punk got hurt. And I called him a phony.
I'm blocked by.
Greg, don't call me a phony. Greg, don't call me a phony, bro.
I'm blocked by for some reason.
Right. You're my
for some reason, I'm blocked by Naomi blocked me on Twitter.
What?
Who else? Nick Aldis blocked me too.
Right.
Nick Aldis blocked me.
I think I'm blocked by Adam Pearce, and I don't know why.
Oh yeah, not blocked by Adam Pearce.
Blocked by Tony Schiavone, and I don't know why.
Oh, Tony Schiavone sucks.
He blocks everybody.
Yeah,
pussy.
That's because he was pathetic then. He's pathetic now.
He sucks now, man. I used to like him.
Bobby Heenan told the story of him.
To the commentary now.
Oh, he's terrible.
Yeah, Bobby Heenan did
used to be pretty good.
Yeah, he did Bobby Heenan did an interview back in like 2007 or 8. And he's like, yeah, Shivani wouldn't tell us who was going over. And I mean, imagine being that freaking jealous of somebody.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're the play-by-play guy. I mean,
Shivani. Shivani's just there to be like, what a great match, guys.
Right. Oh, what?
Like, that's all he
don't give a shit.
Yeah, what a great match.
He doesn't tell any stories. Like, it's your job to tell us why these guys are fighting.
Him and Taz. Taz is, he's okay.
Taz is just like comic relief. Like he's not really there to like give you any.
He doesn't give a shit either.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
He's just there to collect Tony Khan's money.
Exactly.
He just he's just there for the money.
They've all
he's
checked out.
Laughing all the way to the bank.
Just going through the motions, collecting their paychecks.
And Excalibur is one of the worst play-by-play guys I've ever heard.
Sock face.
Just like Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, he's awful. I mean, it's like,
him and Tony
and then he has that mask, and he sounds like this when he's calling the matches.
Yeah, Excalibur.
Well, take the fucking mask off, idiot.
He won't take the mask off. It's stupid. He's calling the matches, and he's like this.
Like, why are you wearing a fucking mask? You're an
I heard that.
Yeah.
Wow, this girls' match is fucking terrible. They're having right now.
It's a good thing I'm not watching.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they definitely winging it.
It's Zelina and Elektra Lopez.
My god,
it looks so phony.
Elektra can't work. Elektra can't wrestle, which is why she's in NXT.
And really, Zelina can't either. I mean, like, she's so tiny, and she looks like she's in slow mo.
She tries.
She tries. Bless her heart.
Yeah. Bless her heart.
This SmackDown is a throwaway. They don't care.
I mean, we don't give a shit. WrestleMania is where it's at.
This match is more about Andrade.
Need to wrap up because I really have to go.
Yeah. We do have to wrap up. So
sorry, guys.
No, I have to go too, honestly. So that's why.
Yeah, but I mean, time flies when you're having fun with your homies.
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah. I don't have anybody in my real life that I could talk wrestling with. So it's
that's
a pleasure.
nice. Well, you
just
can
coming
come
on
here whenever you want.
Now
Talk
you
wrestling.
have 3 of us.
I mean, I've kind of co-opted my girlfriend into it, but like, and I can only
Wrestling.
give her so much.
Oh, my
Yeah.
man used to watch all the wrestling.
Yeah, so
All
she
right,
puts
so-
up with it. But yeah, I don't have like some of my guy friends have been inquiring since The Rock
Yeah.
came back. But I can't talk to them about like in-depth stuff like this.
Yeah,
You know?
programming note. We'll be back next Saturday, hopefully all 4 of us, to review WrestleMania.
Yep. And then 420,
be there.
Kit Cabello will be on.
Kit Cabello will be on the 420 to
420,
discuss,
which is my birthday.
which is happy birthday stuff, and we'll be discussing the Montreal Screwjob. We'll be
So,
going deep dive into that.
some
And I will be
reading
getting
material if you want to read up on the Montreal
Mhm.
Screwjob. You got Dark Side of the Ring. You got Hitman Wrestling with Shadows, who was filming at the time of the Montreal
Yes, he was
Screwjob.
filming.
And then, of course, there's an omnibus from Jim Cornette. You can
Jim
listen.
Cornette.
Yeah,
You're probably going to be
recommend
listening to all
Cornette
that.
was right there in the
Oh,
heart of
yeah.
all that.
I already saw the Dark Side of the Ring. So
I need to watch
saw
the Dark
that.
Side of the Ring. So I got
I saw
homework
that.
the next 2 weeks.
you
But
got
So good.
homework. That's right. You got homework. Yeah, 2 weeks.
all
Watch
right,
the New
but-
Jack one too. That one's fucking wild.
yeah.
Well, we were gonna do the plane ride from hell, but I'm like, you really want me to cry on my birthday
one's-
because
that one's
because
just
Kurt
depressing.
Hennig got
That was-
screwed out of that.
That was my initial idea, do a plane ride from hell, but Steph like, yeah, that's a good point. So let's do
I'm
the
like, I don't
Montreal
want to cry on
Screwjob.
my birthday.
We'll come back with a plane ride from hell later in the year. But yeah, so that'll do it for episode 8 of Pro Wrestling Talk. I think it's 8. Hope
It is
everybody
8.
enjoyed our preview and predictions video. We'll come back next week and see whether we're right or wrong.
Sweet.
So-
Sweet.
Yeah,
Let's get it,
so
my
Sweet.
peoples.
Hell yeah.
Wait,
Hope
I'm at the
everybody's-
I'm at Shawn Michaels.
Oh,
I
come
hope
on.
everybody has a great weekend.
NWO
and
for life.
life.
WrestleMania.
All right, well, until
here we
next-
come, baby.
Until next time, we'll be back next week to review WrestleMania. So
All right,
have a
my
nice
peoples.
weekend.
Catch everybody on
and
the flip side. Bye.
We'll see you
Much
next
love.
Saturday. Peace.
Nobody
out.